Welcome back. Welcome back. It's happening. Welcome back, guys. I've never had root beer milk, vanilla milk, any other kind of milk, purple
Strawberry
drink.
milk.
Vanilla milk, isn't that just milk?
Orange, right?
Hey, I have had strawberry milk.
No, regular milk is not vanilla.
Oh my god, that's
Are you-
just like a
What flavor is it?
science guy.
It is milk. That is the
Milk.
flavor.
Milk?
Vanilla is that would be like making ice cream with no flavor added to it.
I want to know what that tastes like.
It's
I
okay.
want to
Go
too.
freeze some milk with some sugar in it.
I'll be right back.
I wonder if you can get there, with like milk and chocolate syrup and
Can you buy flavorless
Yeah,
ice
freeze
cream?
it.
No,
That'd be
no
good.
one's selling flavorless ice cream.
I don't know.
Have you guys had sugar-free ice cream?
No.
Halo Top.
Yeah, Halo. Something like
Halo
that.
Top. I think I've
Halo?
tried it.
It's very good.
It's okay.
I also eat protein cookies, which
It's
is
well, protein cookies are fine, but
They are.
the
That's
like the
the-
Halo Top type of ice cream, it's too crystally, like icy.
what
I like
is?
my like
oh,
I like my
see.
ice cream creamy.
Yeah,
I can't do Blue Bonnie. That stuff crystallizes too much in the freezer.
Blue Bonnie, is that like a
Bunny.
lactose free?
No,
Bonnie.
it's just like a
Brand.
regular brand.
They're your dryers and your Blue Bunny and your.
I've never heard of Blue Bunny.
How the hell have you not heard of
Fryers.
Blue Bonnie?
I don't even. Who has ice cream?
I think
You
it's
guys
kind
eat
of.
ice
I think
cream?
it's more of like middle of the United States brand. I never
Okay.
saw it on the West Coast. I didn't see that till I
Mm.
was in Wisconsin.
You mispronounced.
Okay, well, I
West
guess
Coast.
I wonder what their Blue Bunny footprint is now.
Adrian, best
Yeah.
best brand of ice cream. There's
Bluebell.
one for sure, without
Yeah,
getting
Bluebell.
too deep. What is it?
Bluebell.
Is it Bluebell?
Get outta
Blue
here.
Bell.
It's local.
Oh,
About 2 hours
you
away.
said Bluebell. Did you also say Bluebell?
Yeah.
Zach?
It's Texas, but they serve parts of the Midwest. It's the only ice cream I'll eat. It's a 5-quart. You get a true 5-quart, and it's like $9 or $10 for a thing of ice cream.
Brian knows what's up.
It's the best.
It's like better than you guys have had like Ben and Jerry's, right? All those.
I would say Ben and
Jerry's,
Jerry's is like 100%.
right?
Sign me up for that every day of the week.
Ben and
That-
Jerry's is good.
Ben and Jerry's
Toffee
is
Peanut Butter Crunch. What you know about toffee? Toffee.
No. The Tonight Dough,
Haagen Dazs.
The Tonight Dough. God dang it!
dude.
What's
That's
better? What's better, the names or the flavor?
that flavor. I put so many quarts or pints of that stuff away. Like it was unhealthy. How
I
good
don't
that.
think I've had that one.
There's
New
a,
York cheesecake, and then the 50. The cookie dough and brownie batter.
just give me
But Ben and-
chocolate and peanut butter.
Ben and Jerry's is like a craft. Like you'd think a craft beer.
Okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
when you say Bluebell, you're meaning like just the straight, pure chocolate or vanilla or
No, well they have multiple
Well, they got different
flavors.
flavors. Yeah, but they're not as
cookies and
extreme.
cream, the OGs, not
Yeah.
fish food.
Yeah.
Right. Fish food's glorious too.
Although they had this summer, it could not find it except once. They had root beer or not root beer, Dr. Pepper, and vanilla swirl, which is like
Reese's
going to
good barbecue.
Whataburger and having a Dr. Pepper milkshake. Oh my god, it's so good.
Wait, a Dr. Pepper milkshake or like a Dr. Pepper float?
So it's a milkshake
It's a milkshake. A Dr. Pepper milkshake.
at Whataburger.
I've heard of Whataburger, but
Oh my god.
It used
Do
to
we
be
have
only in
those out here?
Texas.
in
It
Texas.
used to only be in Texas. Well, it used to be. Now, I think a Chicago company bought them out, so they're expanded.
It's branched
Huh.
out a bit.
Or
don't
did,
know.
Guys,
did they get bought out? I mean, Mahomes got him to Kansas City.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whataburger?
Oh yeah.
Why
Yeah,
he
'cause
was
It's a
He
Texas.
he loves Whataburger, and he made a comment. He wished we had Whataburger here. Like someone asked him, "What does he miss from Texas?"
on my way.
And he said Whataburger. And I'm guessing someone from Whataburger reached out to, and so Mahomes owns not all of them,
What do
but
you-
most of them in Kansas City.
It's
He
good.
owns them?
Yeah, they're a franchise. Like
Yeah.
so, a McDonald's is owned by
Yeah.
a random person.
Right. Are you calling it Waterburger?
What a burger!
You're saying what very weird.
What a
You're-
burger!
Your mic is weird. I want you to know that.
Dude,
Your
it's
mic,
not. It's
your,
not.
your,
You're fine.
your mic is the weirdest one.
He's saying Whataburger.
He's not. He's saying Waterburger.
Whataburger.
No, I'm not.
Say it
What a-
again, Zachary.
What a burger!
I told you. You're talking like a. It's like a water or a water, and it's comboed. You're comboing.
It's that Mideastern.
Is it?
I don't know.
Mid-Eastern.
Are you guys?
Aren't you Mideastern or
You
you
sound like you're in
Central?
a spaceship,
Who?
Zachary.
No, you don't.
You do sound a little fun. You sound something. You sound like you're speaking on an intercom.
Well, you sound like you're on not voicemail,
Speaker.
speaker. Yeah, you sound like you're on speakerphone.
I bet. I apologize. My Apple AirPods are throwing me fits. Okay, I have them in my hand and not in my ears, and I apologize. I don't even know. Hey guys,
So
some people are going to the playoffs. I forgot what we were doing.
I didn't get through
Brian,
my question.
Brian said
Hang
he used to live in Austin, which is kind of nice. Austin is a
What?
nice place to live.
Austin?
And he was talking about Rudy's Barbecue. Yes, Rudy's Barbecue is like one of the better barbecue places. They just brought some out to
Heard of it.
Houston. It used to be exclusively Austin, so they kind of branched out too.
Hmm.
So Rudy's.
So
is
what's
good.
the greatest, like in Texas, which city is known as like
It's
that's
Austin. Austin's
place
the
to live?
food,
Yeah, Austin.
Austin's the food capital of Texas.
is it the people that make it what Texas represents?
It's it's not necessarily. It's more of obviously it's less humidity than where I'm at, but it's also hilly, not mountains, so
Yeah.
it's hilly. And of course UT is in University of Texas is in Austin, but
The
there's
fair
a
is
lot
in
of
Austin,
a lot of
isn't it?
no, that's Dallas. The big fair's in Dallas.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of I guess expats went to Austin. A lot of businesses, I guess, went to Austin.
Expats.
I guess they call them expats, maybe not.
Yes,
I don't know what you call 'em.
ex-Patriots fan, Zach. God dang.
No, expat is leaving the country and
that-
giving
yeah,
up your.
That's for
Okay.
international.
Oh no, his eyes are just,
International saying.
oh, now I see him.
Have you guys here in Wisconsin? People go crazy for Culver's custard. It's not ice cream; it's custard. They go
Custard is good.
nuts for it.
I like custard.
We have Culver's here.
I think it tastes
Frozen
the
custard.
same. Yeah,
It's
frozen
okay.
Custard, I don't think it tastes any different than ice cream.
No,
Custard
difference.
custard
It's
is
like-
thicker than ice cream.
It's
Yeah,
like-
you'd think it would be less like milky, dairy.
It's thicker than ice cream. The taste is similar or the same. It's just a thicker consistency.
the
Hmm.
texture.
Just has more egg and sugar in it, right?
I think so.
Sign me up for eggs, man.
God,
Protein.
egg, man. I don't care if you fry them, scramble them, bitches.
Put them in
Oh.
my custard.
My custard is
Put them
give
in
it-
my ice cream.
Eggs Benedict. That's a good breakfast.
Oh, no, that's disgusting.
Really? You don't like hollandaise sauce then, do you?
I
Oh,
ordered it
what
one time. I was
sauce?
like, I've never had eggs Benedict. I don't even know what it is. Like, I'll order it, and then I had it, and I was like, this is gross.
So you don't like
I
like
didn't-
hollandaise sauce.
No, I didn't
nothing.
even eat the breakfast. I
It's
took like one
sauce.
bite, and I was like, all right, I'm ready.
I
to
love
go.
eggs Benedict.
Okay, but in order to love an eggs Benedict, you have to be okay with runny yolk. Do you
Oh,
like?
I love
Oh,
runny
I don't
yolk.
mind runny yolk. It's the hollandaise sauce that like I was like, oh,
Hollandaise sauce is very good.
So you don't like runny yolk and you don't like hollandaise sauce. Okay.
Oh no, I like it all. I'm a big fan of
he
The
likes
Benedict.
it all.
Oh.
all kinds of Benedict. Right? There's a few
Arnold's.
different variations: crab cake, Benedict, English muffin one, ham,
Salmon.
bacon, salmon. Oh
Eggs
man,
Benedict is English muffin, ham with the egg, and then the hollandaise sauce.
Oh,
Get
brother,
rid of
you
the
can
hollandaise
Benedict
sauce,
anything.
and it's good. I'll eat it.
Benedict this seltzer right here so fast.
No, you won't. Do it.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's so
Why
good.
why do you have hollandaise sauce that close to you?
Orange. It kind of is the same. Listen, I'm very disappointed in the color that they chose for this can. Is my problem.
I like it. It's
It-
retro.
they're like, listen, what should we do? Orange vanilla? I don't know. Khaki? How about khaki? And everyone's like, hell yeah,
Khaki.
khaki's great.
It looks
Who doesn't
orange.
like khaki? But I tell you what, orange vanilla. Never in my life would I thought this would be so good.
That's
And
delicious.
it is amazing.
That's why we try new things.
Unless it's holiday
Did
sauce.
you guys read Taste Buds Change? Which one's that? Daniel Tiger. Did you read that to your kids? Oh, he
No.
taught me all about it, dude. As we get older, taste buds change.
They do change.
There's a lot of things I like now that I hated as a kid. Guacamole, avocado as a whole, really.
Well, I wouldn't eat it because it looked
Eating
disgusting.
pickle.
I would never eat it. And the first time I had guacamole, I'm like, holy shit, what have I been missing my entire life?
So good. So
You
good.
can.
Avocado.
Well, the first guacamole I ever had was at like on the border or something. It was the table side. They
Oh, yeah.
smash the avocados. It's all fresh. Not the shit at like Taco Bell that they squirt out of a tube.
Please tell me you don't order up the guacamole
I
on
don't
the side
pay
of
for
Taco Bell.
guacamole.
No, fuck no. When I get Taco Bell, I get creamy jalapeno sauce.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Oh, that's good. Jalapeno, cream cheese, creamy, and all that. It's good
Wait,
stuff.
what is this?
It's like
Late
a ranch,
90s,
walking
early
ranch.
2Ks, Baja sauce.
Baja sauce. I don't think we had Baja.
Oh,
We had
Baja
fire.
chalupas. No, not the sauce you put on the packs. It's an add-on that like a
I was
flavor.
4, so I don't remember.
Dude, I was
Rubbish, bro.
devastated when I went into a Taco Bell after not being there for several months and found out that Baja chalupas were discontinued.
The chalupa. Do they still have those? Because those are very good.
Yeah, they still
But
have 'em.
You need the sauce.
The
I
meal
didn't know
deal.
that's what it was called. Was that the sauce that they just drizzled on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very good.
The meal deals they used to have. I used to be able to get like a 5-layer beef burrito, a drink, and a bag of chips for like $4. They're gone. That makes so sad.
Yeah, there's all kinds of deals. I used to get 39-cent tacos at Del Taco. So many.
Dude, I remember
Everybody
getting
head to Del
99
Taco.
cents
Free shit too.
McChickens and 99-cent
Oh yeah.
double cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
Yeah. I destroyed those. I once bet my friend, I was very skinny. I did bad things up my nose. And I was very skinny. Yeah, I was. Yeah. And he was like, you couldn't gain weight if you tried. And I was like, I bet you I'll gain 30 pounds in a month.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, I failed miserably. But they were having the deal where it was like 20 double cheeseburgers for $20. And I used to work at Sam Ash Music. Right before work, I'd get 20 double cheeseburgers and I'd mac 20 double cheeseburgers every single day. Every single day was like 28 out of 30 days. And I did not gain.
Dude,
30 pounds.
that sounds miserable.
Yeah,
I don't
do
think I
not
could
like
eat 20
protein.
burgers in a week.
That sounds absolutely miserable.
Yeah, but I was going to win $1,000, and then $1,000 was
A lot of white stuff.
Hey, I still think
I sold
$1,000
it,
is a
so
lot.
I didn't really need to.
$1,000 is still a decent amount of money unless you're, Jay Rich.
I'll still take $1,000.
Well, how many leagues are you gonna win?
Me? You?
No, pickle.
Pickle?
I could win 2.
So
I
there's
cannot win
there's
the other
1,200
7.
until you run into me next week. That's gonna take
It's
you
gonna
out of
happen
one.
'cause I'm gonna get CD in SF2. I've been in Jake's ear. I got it pretty much locked.
Are you?
I sent a different trade.
Hopefully, it was a lot better than the first
Oh,
one.
it was good. It was good. It was good
Can
trade.
you tell us?
I can't tell you guys. It hasn't been accepted yet.
I'm so excited.
So
I'm
good.
not.
I told Jake, I was like, I don't even want this trade. I just don't want Zach to have CD. I just
CD
overpaid.
is very, very fun to roster.
Overpaid. I said all I want is Zach not to get CD. So whatever it is, what's the price?
Do you have enough to block it, Zach?
What?
Does Zach have enough to block it? That's the thing.
I have no idea. I looked at Zach's roster. There's some interesting trades there. Jake was like, he said both of us send an offer, and he said both offers were like basically equal. He's
The
trying,
problem is like
he's trying to figure out.
I mean
like, which one
I
he
want
wants to
him
take.
for the playoff run, but I've got so much CD Lamb that
The nice thing
He
is
could kill me in the playoffs with one bad week.
he could,
It's like saying you
but he could also like you could get him and then like you could flip him if you wanted to.
Well,
limit
I mean,
your
yes.
exposure. Really easy.
Yeah.
Let's go into NFL League. Watch this. Pertaining to what Pickle said. Pickle said something very, very important. And you kind of, I'm sure you
I
agree
hate you,
with him,
Jason.
Zach.
I hate
But
you.
but this is really important. It's the resale value. Go into the trades real quick. And it's a trade that Cole and I just did.
No, that's so bullshit.
I don't know what we're talking about.
So I traded Cole Burrow for Purdy and 2 late seconds
Wait. You got Purdy in 2 seconds?
Yes.
Yeah. for Burrow. Now listen, now hear me out. I'm very happy, but I don't believe that I got a screaming deal. I didn't.
He
get
should not
the
have given you any
deal.
picks.
Yeah,
None whatsoever.
See, I wouldn't have done it.
But okay, so you don't have a quarterback. That's
I also could get CJ Stroud from Braxton. That was an inbox offer. And I could also get Lamar. That was in my inbox.
okay.
Hey, people send
And,
these offers to
and I
me.
also, guys, I have DeVito and Flacco.
Okay.
Oh, you really want to run those guys in the playoffs?
No, but DeVito,
Okay,
I would have been happy
so-
to play in the playoffs.
Okay, you play DeVito. When you play me, you play DeVito. You don't play Purdy, you play DeVito.
Well, I like Purdy
Hey,
more.
hey. You're assuming that he's already made it past me.
Oh, he easily made it past you.
You know what?
Especially after this trade. You should be more pissed off than I am about this trade.
Well, here, I'll explain it just one.
If roles had been reversed, there's no way Jason's giving up 2 seconds in this trade.
There's no way.
He would have
bet him
stepped
off.
on Cole's balls and said, "You're going to take it, or you're not getting him, and you can deal with whatever you get and whatever you have in the playoffs."
Cole has rejected me a few times this season, so he doesn't mind
This season, but now he's not a playoff team, and you are.
Right. So watch, listen. So just and this might help, this might not, but the justification is this. He got the better player. No one's going to argue that. And I know you're not saying necessarily only the trade. You're saying the leverage he had, he could have squeezed more out. But I wouldn't have done it for anything, not even Purdy in a second. He also has a first. This was my offer. So I offered him Burrow and a 25 first for Hurts, or Burrow for Purdy in 2 seconds. Now the second is like the 2.08, and then it's Adrian's second. So it's a playoff second. So probably it's no one. But let's just say it's still decent value because I still want that currency.
I don't think it's a bad deal.
You think it's a bad deal?
I don't think it's a bad deal.
Right. And I don't think Zach thinks it's a bad deal either. I'm thinking he thought he could have leveraged his position.
He should have leveraged.
But if he wanted Burrow though,
But he has Hurts.
He's
He's gonna flip one of them. Because him and I were texting after that. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's the goal. But see, the thing is Purdy goes down with a season-ending injury.
Don't say it.
Well,
Stop.
Jinxing and karma aren't real. But I won't say it again. But I will say, just value-wise, Burrow goes down, and he can pretty much get any quarterback there is, right? You can use him to down tier or up tier.
His value doesn't go down at all.
Purdy last year, he showed us. He went down, and he went down to season-ending injury, and then his value tanked, right? It wasn't that it was peaking. It was doing very well, but we were all very skeptical. Well, now
No, not we all.
I don't.
You were one of the few. This is another thing I said with Cole. Is like, you were so down on Purdy all off season, and several other people were. Not everyone was.
I think people.
Yes, you.
I think people were.
I don't
down
really remember, but I'll believe you.
You owe me $100 because of how
I owe lots of people money.
because of how down you were on Purdy.
I probably owe everyone on here.
You owe Mitch $10, I think.
You do.
I will give you your $10.
I know it's nothing to you, but that's like 2 meals at McDonald's for me.
Pack of smokes, am I right?
I don't know.
I was definitely in the camp that thought Lance would come back. Yes, absolutely. I thought I was down on him. I don't remember it, but it's coming to me. And
Because you had Lance.
we talk like every day. So
The problem with Purdy
What did
specifically
you?
was the nature of his injury, because it was like, oh, this probably should be Tommy John, and they're not going to do Tommy John, so it's really, you just don't know how a QB is going to throw. And it was like, we need a little more sample to see if he can keep doing it. So if like he broke his leg, like that sideline guy, I don't think people would have been so down on him per se. There would have been some skepticism.
No, because people still would have been down on him because he was the last pick. He's a system quarterback, and now everyone's going to have tape on him. Is kind of all the arguments that were.
So we'll say it again. He makes no money. Not again, but just to finish briefly, he makes no money. If he goes down again, and someone comes in that does very well, it's going to, for better or worse, lower his value. Anything can happen to Burrow, and it has.
Well, that's
and his value has stayed the same. So I'm just saying, for resale value, if something were to happen, Burrow already is destroyed. His value is fine. It's perfect. If something happens to Purdy, he goes into next season, he's not going to be flipping him for what he can flip Burrow. So just using it as currency, I thought it was a good deal to get one of the best assets in football. What
you're talking about happened to Trey Lance. Weren't paying him a lot of money. They did have draft capital, but somebody came in. He went down. Purdy went over, and it was like, hey, we're going to.
I don't think Trey Lance
and it's
was
a little different because Trey
going
Lance
to be anything. Like
he did knock our socks off.
He did have a lot of value, and
yeah,
then all of a sudden it went.
He had a lot of upside.
He had value, but more so, the upside is kind of what Adrian hates, right? He hates that hype, that flavor of it's unknown. So but what Mitch said is what matters is he had value to us. We would pay something pretty substantial for Lance in the offseason.
I was not on board on Lance, so
in JB, I ended up paying something like 2 firsts or first and a half, like a mid and a late for Lance. And at the time was like, this is what you got to pay to get this guy.
I'm with you.
And I was all out on that.
And that's fine. That's good.
The backup has to be good too. So it's like a perfect Bledsoe Brady situation. So
it's not a Bledsoe Brady because Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo were no Bledsoes, but
no, but
I know what you're trying to say.
If Purdy would have came in and he would have sucked, it would have, they would have still went back to Lance. I think.
Yeah,
probably so.
Well, they would have spun those wheels a little bit more.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what other trades were there? Anything really? Oh,
that's your league.
This is your league.
This is my league.
He's even a dick when he doesn't have to be. Just hurt my feelings.
No, like I think you started in on the league. I'm thinking it's your league because you started in on it. So we had Jason giving up Hawk in a 25th second for Hal and Kittle.
That breaks my heart. What happened to him?
Why would you trade for Kittle? He's terrible.
Was my other one? Is our
and then
go back far enough?
Go 8 days on the thing instead of 7 because we're a day later.
Oh, we are a day. Yep.
Oh, good job.
There we go.
This breaks my heart, and hopefully, Jason.
Breaks your heart? Are you fucking kidding me?
You got the steal.
There's 2 bangers here.
I know.
You trade him away last year in the playoffs so you can win a Super Bowl, and you win a Super Bowl because of it. And then this year again in the playoffs, you swap him back.
Wait. What are you getting, Jason?
He's getting Jamar Chase back. He got Evan Ingram.
For Waddle and Hawkinson? Why is Cam Akers in that trade?
It's probably salary cap. Akers and Gibson are probably
Sign
salary.
Me up for the Chase side every day of the week.
Yeah, not tight end premium. So
it is, and that's the leverage. He was going to the playoffs, and I was hedging my bets. I had a sneaky suspicion that obviously I had a small chance. I just had to have everything
Cole. Right. Didn't Cole have an easy matchup?
I don't know. He got blown out by 30 points. It might have been the other team must have just super hit.
Then we had a first for Christian Kirk, not Kirk Cousins.
I'm really interested.
That sucks right now.
Yeah.
That hurts Adrian.
What happened?
That hurt big time.
What happened to him? I saw a couple things. in
Groin
that.
injury. And he potentially needs surgery.
Did
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did he pop
Yeah.
something, or is it like a
Had
muscle?
to.
I didn't. All I saw was potentially needs surgery.
Oh,
But so who did Cole lose to?
I'll say the other.
Oh, he had Wes.
Wes. That's why.
yes.
But it was Jason, wasn't it? Because you had,
Destroyer of Worlds.
if Jason wins, Jason K.
Scroll
Mhm.
down.
I know he also had a playoff
lost.
team. Who else lost that allowed you in?
Tennessee. Me or JW?
Everyone lost.
It's like
Jason
everything that you
K,
needed to happen happened.
Yeah.
Carmen. It was a Carmen.
No, Carmen already owned it.
He already won the division,
Okay.
but I don't remember the.
I'll tell you. Freaking. So Steelers lost.
No, Steelers won. That's why he's the
Steelers
fifth
won,
seed.
sorry.
Oh, so that's what happened. If
Colts,
the Steelers hadn't won,
Titans.
Jason K would have been the 5 seed, which would have made Cole, I think, the 6th seed, and you would have been out.
Yeah.
Because
Bro, every single thing that with
Yes.
every single game, none of them were meaningless that allowed me to get in.
yeah, had Earl not won, you would not be in the playoffs. With in combination with those two losing.
So much happened right. It just hit right. So I thought I had a chance, but if not, I sold Waddle, who was supposed to outproduce Chase, and thus he sold Chase. And what the worst part is well, then he had to sell Hawkinson because after the trade, he said, well, shit, I traded for a tight end, but he's on bye. So I said, hey, I'll flip the trade back. You can have it back. I'm not trying to screw you out of it. I want you to have, just flip it back.
I know why you traded Chase last year. It's because he was hurt. You needed someone in the playoffs.
It's the same exact thing that happened. Except
Chase isn't hurt. You don't trade Chase. I don't care if he's got a shitty quarterback.
The theory behind it is the same.
You keep your stud. Don't take a lesser guy on it, just in hopes to make the playoffs. Because when you don't make the playoffs, now you didn't make the playoffs, and you don't have your stud.
And you're calling me grumpy.
You are. Get off my lawn. No, I hear you. And then he had to sell Hawkinson, this breaks my heart. This makes me super sad. I would have much preferred to trade back and lose than to have all this happen. Easy.
So why don't you give
okay,
Jordan Love back?
Just trade me your good players and all our
Give Jordan Love back.
Just give me CeeDee Lamb if you don't want to win.
Dude, how scary is that, dude? Lamb, Tyreek, and Chase.
I'm devastated you made the playoffs.
You have all 3 of those players?
And Achan.
Oh, Achan's a doo-doo.
You watch, dude. This is going to be our whole life. This conversation is going to revolve around our relationship. Forever.
Adrian, I need you to win. Somehow, I need you to win.
I tried, but Kirk didn't help, and I have no more first.
Oh, my God. Who can I give you for a week that you give back to me?
Don't worry, Purdy plays the Seahawks.
Only the worst team in the
Should be a tough match.
What tough matchup?
Only
I'm joking.
It actually had unless
he didn't break 20 last time, but
he did struggle.
I'll probably just play DeVito.
Trade for Purdy. Don't even start him.
Before the Love trade, I think it had me projected to win. But
how come in this page these brackets are like nice and spaced out, but in some of the other 16-team leagues, it's all like compressed.
They're all the same.
I think you're still favored.
Maybe it's my monitor.
But okay, what else? What else we got? Anything else?
I swear it wasn't this way earlier.
Oh, were you doing something? My fault.
No. We're good. We're good.
I traded for Moss, but that's.
I thought that was a great trade.
We should. I
was trying, but.
SF2, they're like compressed.
No one's going to be, ultra surprised if I lose.
That's
we're just going to look at each other and say, that's fantasy.
I won't be shocked if you win the league again. Legit this time, because last time you didn't legitimately win the league.
I know, except I did, but
No, you didn't.
what is that? You're super duper right. I'll take that asterisk, dude. Hey, if I never win anything else in my life, I'm gonna die happy.
Don't say that.
I want you to understand that I'm dead serious about that. If I won the lottery, I'd just be like, put it in a money market. I won the NDL league.
God, Adrian, I need you to win so badly.
All right. Do you have anything that stands out that you want to chat about before we go to GA?
So the matchups are who? Let's just say that.
So we got Roy. Yeah, Roy versus Brandon. And then Tom.
Oh, did we want to do predictions
versus Casey? We should have researched this if we were gonna do predictions.
All right, next week or something.
Well, it's gonna be a little. I guess we could predict the divisional round and so on, but
yeah.
And then we got Jay versus Adrian, and then Earl versus Carmen.
Oh, Earl, good job, Earl.
And I mean, I've got Jason and Carmen winning. I don't know the NFC teams other than this stud right here.
Dude, we need some injuries. Don't wish for injuries. That's stupid. But they'd be helpful. I mean,
if Tyreek Hill and Chase and
I don't really want them to get hurt.
Stop.
And JJ all go down.
Stop it.
Maybe not JJ. Hey, pretty neat that he's practicing in full.
Just re-aggravate that injury and then just shut him down for the rest of the year.
I think that'd be for the best because I don't roster him anywhere.
Wait, I thought. Oh, you traded him to Braxton. That's right. Sorry. Not Lamb. No. Lamb is safe. Lamb is safe.
Do you guys still not like that trade, Jefferson for Tyreek and HM? Still not into that one?
No.
After seeing HM back? No?
It's good for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for you.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Zachary hated it.
Extra production.
I don't like giving up.
I thought more people didn't like it.
HN's like Dynasty running back 3, so.
But Hill's going to put as much points up as JJ for the most part. I said that Hill's going to put just as much points up as JJ in any given week, and then you get the addition of HN.
And now the Finns are trying to get Tyreek to that record, so they're going to be feeding him more than usual.
Yeah, so I briefly saw that long conversation you guys had.
10 trades proposed? What?
Yeah.
Proposed?
I got some trades out there.
Yeah, you do.
10?
10.
What are we on? Adrian, you caught him, bro.
All right, 32.
How'd you even see that? How big is your monitor?
27.
Guys, I am on a 13-inch monitor.
I thought you were on
That's what she said.
Oh my God! Imagine 13 inches.
You don't have to imagine it. Just
look down.
Yeah.
Your monitor.
Yeah, true. I mean, this is small. I can't see anything. I don't know how you noticed that, Adrian. All right, give it to us. 32.
So you got Ash, who's made 4 trades. Basically, he made all of these trades to get Jalen Waddle.
You're right.
So you see Cedric Tillman and Luke Musgrave for Ferguson and a 3rd. And then he gives up Tyler Conklin for a 3rd. And then he gives up Jahan Dotson for the 201. And then he turns around and he trades Devon Achane and a 1st, which is Tim's 1st. And it's just looking like it might be like the 11th pick. 11 or 12. For Waddle.
See, is he the 4 seed? No, he's the.
I guess he did win his division, so it could be 13.
No, he's the 4 seed. So
how are we valuing Waddle? What are we doing with him? What his value is all over the place.
That's a weird. So based on what, because my value on HN is different, but based on the vast majority of people, this is like giving up 2.5 firsts for Waddle, almost 3, based on what we've seen HN move for throughout the year.
What do you think, Adrian?
Waddle to me is a 1st and a 2nd.
Yes.
Value.
I'd say at least. Yeah.
Maybe two late firsts, like the
Yeah.
12 and the
I
15.
think at
Maybe the
least,
10 and the
right?
15.
In a 16
least.
team, yeah, it'd have to be too late first.
So I feel like it's a
Still
little bit
16.
of an overpay for Waddle, but
Because the chatter was saying it wasn't enough. Zach thought he got robbed.
He just doesn't like anybody going to.
I fucking hate Ash getting better.
No, but
Well,
you
I
were
don't
saying
know
it
that-
wasn't a good deal. You said he raped
No,
him.
I liked it for Ash. I thought Ash got a good deal on that.
Oh, I think it's the other way around.
No,
I
think it's the other way.
I said no. I would rather have the Tua Waddle stack than the Tua Achane stack, and I already mentioned that.
I don't.
You did say that.
I don't
I
agree.
remember- I
Yeah.
remember
I
saying
think
that.
A-Chain's he could be a league winner.
You guys in Texas don't care what the name is. How you're like, listen, I'm gonna say it how I want to say it.
So I think
Get off my lawn.
he may be overpaid
Hold
for
on.
Waddle. Waddle's in a tough spot where, like, if you have him, everybody thinks Tyreek is going to be the number one guy there next year as well, and so it's like,
Oh yeah,
Tua's not supporting two top 12 wide receivers. I don't even know where Waddle's at.
he sure could. I got him at 12, but that is
Did before.
I know he's not doing it right now.
No, that's because they are hyper targeting hell.
I'll tell you right now,
it's just a
Waddle's-
little tough for
maybe
Waddle.
not top 12, but he'll be top 15 wide receiver probably next year.
He should be. I'm just not sure. What is he right now?
I don't know in redraft. Oh, how about this? I can give you a rest of season.
How old
ranking.
is Hill?
29. No, he's 30.
What else do you think?
Jalen Waddle has missed one game, and he's wide receiver 28. So
Oh, you want to know what he is right now? Oh, okay.
yeah. So like he would need to, and I mean, to be fair, the difference between wide receiver 28 and wide receiver 15 is 28 points. It's
Mhm.
not a lot. He can definitely move up that ladder. But that's the same thing going the other way as well. 28 to, whatever, 40 is another 25, 30 points. So
Brian just proves how much smarter he is than us every time he talks. What's he talking about?
Artificial dynasty. I like that.
I do like it too, but
I'm not
I think
100%
I know
sure
what
I
he
could
means.
explain what it means, but it sounds
it's
like
like phantom value, like hope. Is it hope? Hope is
hype.
the value.
It's
Is
hype
hype
is-
hope?
It's
Well,
beginning of the year value, probably.
It's that young player that has
Three.
shown production.
Artificial
is how I'm
dynasty. I've
seeing
heard of
this.
ADV several times, and I think it actually means something meaningful.
I'm sure it does, but it's probably what his preseason value, because he was second round preseason value.
Yeah, maybe early third. It could have been early third because Olave was going back to the second, and then Waddle was going after him.
Waddle did finish last year as the wide receiver 8. So
And see, that's why I was
you look at that guy, and that's everybody should have him as a top 10 wide receiver dynasty, and then he has a way down year from 8 to 30 basically. It's just
He's gonna
hard.
drop
It's
a
hard
bit.
to value him. It's hard to figure out where you should value him.
They also didn't have the run game last year that they have this year.
You're right.
That is correct. Last year,
That
they had-
that has hurt Waddle a lot.
Well, Waddle hurt Waddle. Waddle was hurt.
he missed one game. That was it.
Oh, you only missed one game?
Yeah, week
I
3 or
think-
something.
That's got to be incorrect.
I'm looking.
What
at it.
other trades you
But
got?
he could be
Well, look,
still like suffering from that injury. I don't think Kelsey's right. I think he's
I know. I'm with you.
I think that preseason injury or that
I
yeah.
wouldn't be either if I was Dayton Swift.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And that was-
I just think he's got
You're right.
lingering
Stuff on
pain
his
from
I have it up on MFL.
He's got other stuff on his mind. Guarantee
You
you.
know what I'm talking about?
I don't think
Right.
So I would say for Waddle, if there's a buy low period, it is right now. And I don't think this is buying low. I think this is buying at wide receiver 8 from last year value. And that's just a tough buy if you're trying to win this year. I don't know why you're going out and paying 2 to 3 firsts for the wide receiver 30.
What do you mean if you're trying to win this year? You wouldn't pay.
Ash is trying to win right now. So I don't know why Waddle is the guy that he's gone after, because Waddle is not winning you a league right now.
Yeah,
Jahan-
A-Chain could have given him a lot higher ceiling.
Nigel, you're spitting some truth.
A-Chain.
Jahan-
This is peak pickle right here.
Like, so I'm not like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Waddle's bad, but he's a buy low candidate. Ash paid last year's price for him. And
Yeah,
I don't
why
think
do
it
you-
really helps. I don't think it really helps him win.
Yeah, what is Ash doing actually?
It
There's a-
actually could
I am
it could
very
be
hot for
because
you right now.
he didn't know if Justin Jefferson was coming back, and he wanted to make sure he had a third receiver. to
But
start.
it's a 2-receiver league,
And he had Achan.
and we have no trade deadline.
So I'm not sure. Ash makes a lot of trades, and more often than not comes out on top. So I'm not. I'm
And he
certainly not
still has
bashing-
fucking Joe Burrow and Mark Andrews on his team.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He lost Burrow and Andrews, and then made a flurry of trades. Basically, moved Achan and a first for Waddle, and was able to keep Burrow and Andrews. And those are the people that everyone thought he was going to move. So
Like,
I don't
I
understand.
don't know how if you're trading with him and you're giving him an asset to win, that
You're
you're
not
not
doing
going after
anything.
one of those two guys.
yeah, I have no idea. And,
But
and
Achan, one of what two guys?
Burrow.
Burrow and Andrews,
Burrow or
those guys should not be on his team.
Who
If
did
you're,
he trade with?
several
Who did he-
people.
No, but for Achan, who did he get Waddle from?
Denver.
Denver. Wow,
Which
that's some
is
Ryan.
trading too.
Oh, that's right. People were talking about that trade in the
Yeah.
channel.
So
They were bashing Ryan for it.
I
Oh
don't.
no, I thought it was just fine.
I think it's a little bit of an overpay, but we definitely know Waddle can be that guy. It would be like even worse if he went and did that for like London or something.
I'll tell you right now, Ash is happy with it. He's
Yeah.
happy.
Both
just
both
think-
sides are happy. Then it's a good
I
trade.
think so.
So we
Ash-
just skipped the last trade. Is that what
Yeah.
we're doing?
No. The last trade
moving.
was interesting. Hang on, go back there. I liked that trade.
Oh, brother, is it yours?
Amari,
It's
no, it's not mine.
Adrian's. That's why he's
Adrian
all
gave
been
up.
out of shape over it.
Adrian gave up DJ Moore and Perry for Amari Cooper, Kyle Phillips, and a first.
Thought that was good.
You gave up DJ Moore for a Cooper and a first?
Where's that first? Chicago break wind? How is that? Is that
Yeah,
yours?
I told
Fine. So it's like 110.
Oh, so you made
19.
playoffs?
No.
No,
Okay, so it's
10 is not in the playoffs. 10 is the bubble.
9 or 10. I don't know.
I like it.
I think
I told Jason not to do it.
I'm not sure which side I'd rather have, but I'm
Not
leaning.
that I told him not to do it. I just said, "What Amari Cooper and DJ Moore is like the same tier. What are we doing?" Now
Yeah,
he
but
is like 10
Cooper's not
years
the same
younger.
without Watson. I don't
But
think.
I think I'd rather have Cooper in
I
the
don't need
first.
him.
Cooper 29, yeah, 29, and we got a
he's eternal.
DJ Moore is 26
26-year-old DJ Moore.
on the worst passing.
Give me Cooper in a first.
That they may get Caleb Williams next year, or
Who knows? That could
Who?
pay out. That could pay
Or
out
May?
huge for Jason K. I think he made that just to solidify his playoff position.
Yeah,
a
he
little
did.
more.
I mean, they're gonna
Needed
be
it.
they're gonna be
So if they-
trades that owners make
Yeah.
that they wouldn't make any other time just because they're trying to win that title.
And
Yep.
and for that reason, I'm out. No, I'm just saying.
I'm
Like for that reason, like it makes sense to me. I think maybe I'd rather have Cooper in a first, but I'm not super strong one way or another.
I think I'd rather have Cooper in the first.
I think you would.
Oh,
too.
would you?
Adrian, I'd rather have DJ Moore.
Well, it worked out for him if they help him get in because Amari Cooper.
Well, he was 1 seed already.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just
See,
needs to-
I
he
just
needs
don't
to
think
clean up
this
his
is.
team.
I don't think that's the type of deal that I deploy Cooper and a first for. DJ Moore. I mean, I like DJ
It is
Moore.
it is the 10th or 11th. It's the 10th pick.
I think he
Yeah, I know,
tried,
but
but
it's-
nobody
be-
trades.
That could be
Nobody
Skymore
trades NFC.
2.0.
yeah, it's not really.
Could also be Puka.
No. Oh, maybe. But it's not like I don't hate DJ. It's not even about DJ Moore. It's about what else can I get for Cooper and the first? Can I get something better or even add to that to get something better than DJ Moore? But it's just he's just such a speculative purchase that seems to me that I would have gone for someone else. But
Yeah,
you
but
gotta-
nobody in
Green-
NFC trades. So
yeah, that stuff. So
I
it's just
told him, I
you
said,
two.
hey, I'm the only one that didn't trade. Just send me an offer. So
Well, good get. All right, what else do we see?
I got myself and Cole moving on. I don't look at the NFC like normal.
I think you're gonna have the 69ers and the Basket Weavers move on. They were beating up on each other in the same division with Roy. So I think those teams are just straight up better than.
I think it's similar
I think
situation on the
Tampa
AFC side.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay goes through and Dave and the 69ers and is it Adam and Tampa Bay.
I think it's Adam. It's Adam or Todd.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Adams, Tampa
It's
Bay. Adam
So-
Yeager.
But regardless, I still have Jason K and Ash winning their respective conferences, and then I think I had Jason K winning the Super Bowl.
If I can knock Ash off next
gotta-
week,
You got to get through.
I'll be and barring some serious injuries, I'll
Got to
be
get
fine.
through a couple of weeks here before you get to that.
Unfortunately,
Get through a couple of weeks. I will literally play
This week?
Ash next week when I win.
No, you'll play.
No,
Braxton.
because Cole's gonna win. It gets reseeded.
Oh,
The one always plays the lowest remaining seed, just like in the NFL.
okay, all right. Sorry. That's
Wow,
it for 32.
I didn't know we reseed.
What,
That's it-
Jason?
that's it for 32.
I didn't know we reseed.
We've always reseeded, just like the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's screwed me multiple times when I've had the first seed.
Next league, let's go quick.
Yeah, I don't really follow any of this. But it's neat to kind of see behind the curtain. It's fun. Oh, that's me. Okay.
Hold on.
JB, do we have any trades?
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I gotta.
All right.
The ones.
Oh, how did you guys feel about that? I gave up Derek Carr, Drake London, and got Stephon Diggs.
It's a bunch of shit.
You like it?
No, I don't like it.
Are you're trying to win right now? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Drake,
there you go. It makes sense. I don't know where.
A shitty ass quarterback that may not be in the league in 2 years.
Your
Listen.
Carr's is 0, and
Drake
is-
London, which
He should have done
everyone
it for
seems to be
Drake.
down on.
he should have done it for Drake London by himself. Drake London is 22 years old.
Drake London for Diggs is what this trade is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
Derek Carr.
insane because no one else is doing this trade.
Why not?
'Cause
He
London-
got Diggs for
London's-
JSN.
London's not worth anything to most people right now.
That's what.
His-
Yeah, that's what I'm
his
saying.
val- his
I have
value is
London in multiple
so
leagues,
low.
and no one wants London.
People are trying to get him for like a late first or an early second, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Hang on, he's
This
gotta take a night
London
just-
for Diggs. No one in the right mind is trading Diggs for London.
So what do you think is better, JSN for Diggs or London for Diggs?
JSN for Diggs is more even.
They're both They're both absolutely terrible.
They're
Well,
more,
that's what he got him for.
I don't. So he stole him and then he gave him away.
I get it.
He stole him and then gave him away.
how about that next trade? That one's interesting.
I thought that was a really that was like before the season, really, when we thought JSN was like the second coming. But all right.
Kyle
So-
thought he did
I thought that was very good. And then we got Pickett for Joshua Dobbs. Gross.
to be
And
Dobbs.
then we
all
got
day.
at least they traded. Nilo traded. And he got married. Good job, Nilo.
Jesse Dobbs.
And then Joshua Dobbs. And then Joe. God, Joe. I don't
Oh,
like Joe.
what?
I have a big fat problem with Joe's everything. I hope he's a good guy.
Which one is
because-
Joe? Is he the Texans or the Titans?
Titans. Adrian's the
Titans.
Texans.
Adrian,
Yes. Freaking idiot.
what are you doing?
Ah, how dare you?
Oh.
What do you know
Oh.
about Bert that the rest of us don't?
What I know about who?
Yeah.
Bert.
You
Oh,
heard her?
he's giving
Hold
up. He still has a shot.
Don't milk.
I'm banking. He's on taxi, so I don't need him right away. Anyways, I'm just banking for
You're just selling
future.
Henry, so you don't have to deal with him next year when nobody wants him.
right.
Aaron Jones is
No one's gonna want Aaron Jones either.
He's younger though.
Who cares?
He's been so bad this year. He's not really been healthy, but
He
it's
hasn't,
like
no.
it's old.
That hammy hurt him.
It's old running back type injury stuff that he's not.
He's 29. What are you talking about? He's not that old.
He's
not
old.
as old.
Henry's younger.
I don't get you. Like the
Click on Henry. I thought
The-
Henry was like 28. Is
And
Henry
he's a
30?
cheaper salary.
They're the same age.
No,
No,
Henry's almost a
the
full
years,
year
yeah.
older. Henry's gonna
Yeah.
be 30 in a month.
Yeah, Aaron Jones,
just
just
turned
turned
29.
29.
Okay. Either way, 30 is the quote unquote fall off for running backs.
28 is the fall off for running backs.
Has it
30.
gotten lower now? Because it used to be 30.
It's
Then if
20.
30
like
is, then I got
28.
rid of Derek at the right time,
You
right?
did get rid of Derek.
But you just traded for another 30-year-old.
No, he just turned 29. He's got a
Okay.
whole nother year.
No, but he's going to turn 30 to a season. He's basically 30.
28 for me. 28 is the drop off on running backs where it's like I start to maybe not. But you've got guys like right now, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara. They are outliers on that. Christian McCaffrey's like 27.
No, it's closer to 30 typically.
I don't know. Some people
People
think
don't-
24 is the drop off.
Yeah, people definitely.
I've heard
see
that
different.
before.
But
What
I
was
think
it
it's
that
actually
you?
30.
Well, someone told me after 3 years, start selling running backs because they're getting too old.
How do
I
I
don't-
get?
I-
3
I
years
don't-
from their rookie season.
I don't know that I could get. I couldn't buy into 30 as the drop off for me. They get to 28, and I'm like, I got to start moving this guy while I can. That's just me though.
Well, it's
I don't
better
understand
2 years too early than. Well, I can't say better 2 years too early because you
You don't
have.
want to get stuck holding the bag.
But I would rather have not give up on CMC 2 years too early than.
I would say a guy like CMC, you're going down with the ship. Like whenever it goes down, you're just riding it all the way down. You're not going to turn on that too soon. Derrick
No,
Henry, I would say.
I would rather trade him a year early and get value for him, and just because depending on how my team's built, and then just go into rebuild mode.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of things. If you're, there's a lot of things that's more of, I guess, a redraft mindset. What I'm saying, you go down with the ship on a guy like CMC, but not so much in Dynasty. You're right.
Playoff bracket. Give it to me. So I'm going to be truthful. I don't know how to read this.
All right, next league.
So
So you're saying
JB got screwed by Jay.
all right,
Yeah.
so Nick and James,
Nick and James.
they're the 4 and 5 seed. They play each other to see who advances to play. This is the wild card round, but we don't have a bunch of wild card teams, and the way I can't do a 5-team bracket
Right.
because this bracket should just be right here, but they don't do that without any other bracket on the other side.
So how are you feeling about your matchup with Roy?
Yeah, not excited.
That's okay. You got 4 other opportunities.
He's hurting.
Is Roy hurting?
Yeah. I mean, how is this quarterback situation?
Well, Hal's on. I could say thankfully because who's Gardner play? The Bengals and Dobbs. If Dobbs plays the Raiders.
He's playing.
Dobbs is
Said
playing.
he was, yeah.
Oh, okay, I hadn't heard that. And then he's got Flacco as well.
Then he's got Jameis.
I would actually. Oh, he's got Jameis too. He's
Dude.
so many backup quarterbacks that are all
Dude.
playing this week.
Oh my God.
That's 4
This is
backup
gonna be-
quarterbacks that are.
This
all
is
relevant.
like a
How's he going to get it right?
a dilemma. Like, who do you? Well,
Oh.
you don't start Jameis because he's playing Panthers. I honestly think the start is Flacco.
But I mean, he
Flacco.
wings it so much. All he needs is three deep balls to connect of his 7. And that secondary, it's not good. I know you run on them, but I mean, it's better than their run defense. But
Man, if JJ's back, you got to start Dobbs.
oh yeah, he's back. I think that's the easy.
And
That
then
one's got to be the
Dobbs
easy.
at Raiders. That's
Is Dobbs good with an elite tier wide receiver? He hasn't played with one this year.
And then Hal.
How's he
Hal's
not?
on bye.
He had Hollywood. Hal's on bye. Okay.
Hal's
yeah.
on bye, yeah.
I might start Flack. Just based
I
on a
don't know.
matchup.
Bengals just got tore up. Gardner versus the Bengals might be nice.
38. Wow.
Bengals just got roughed up by Jaguars.
By Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, true.
Because
I guess-
once Lawrence is out,
Jacksonville actually has a good defense. That's
Do
what
they?
people,
I don't
that's
know.
what people say. They're always like, "Oh, that's a really good win against Jacksonville," but they're like 7-2 5.
So he'll start Dobbs and
8-4.
8-4.
and Gardner, maybe Dobbs and Gardner. Then he'll start Pollard versus the Eagles
And
Which-
he'll start Swift versus
and
the Cowboys.
Swift. Yeah. Then he'll start Keenan Allen, AJ Brown,
Start Cook too.
Puka.
Puka, and then one more.
Laporta.
Laporta.
Laporta. Well, no, and then one more though. So he'll start 2 running back,
Start
3
DJ
wide
Moore.
receiver, and
AJ
then
Brown,
another
Keenan
flex.
Allen, DJ Moore.
Keenan Allen, AJ Brown, Puka, DJ Moore. Okay.
DJ Moore and then Laporta. Man,
DJ
Laporta's
Moore
good.
versus Lions. Lions got a bad defense.
You got Herbert and Mayfield, ETN, Pacheco.
But Pacheco's hurt
No,
right
he's
now.
Fine. He's fine. He walked off the field. He's fine. And then Kelsey, Olave, Lamb. You gonna start to Gabe Davis? If you start him, he's gonna get you no
Dang,
points.
are you gonna start Gabe Davis?
If you start him, he gets no points. But if he's on the bench, he's getting 25.
Oh, bro, this looks
Kinda
rough.
how
This
that
is gonna
goes.
be a good game.
Yeah, I this is one where I don't even want to look at it until like
Are
Sunday
you?
night.
Are you? Are
You're
you
hoping to
out of
catch
moves? Hey, Adrian, check his pending moves.
It already passed.
Can't see it.
I do have, I think, one trade offer out there.
Dude, who's there to even go for? Nico. Hey, Adrian's selling Nico.
Adrian is
I am.
not selling Nico.
I am selling Nico.
No, you're not.
I swear to God, I am.
You could
Yeah.
probably get
Why do
Nico
you think?
for.
Why do you think Joe's trying to get it first?
I bet you could get Nico if you offered him CD Lamb.
Oh, really? Really?
Dude,
Huh.
Hey man, I'm just trying to help.
what if you gave him like?
I can't afford him. That's
Oh,
why,
dude,
like, he
he's
wants so much
$5.
for Nico.
Send Jonathan Taylor and Jahan Dotson for Nico and something.
I sent
not
John a
set-
trade. I don't know
You're
if.
not
Send me
starting either of those
Dotson and
players.
do you still have your first or no?
Oh, I traded both of my first for
Oh.
Burrow.
Ooh, how's that working out for you?
Well, then I had to trade Burrow in a second. I think it
Not
was
nice.
for Herbert.
Oh, so you got Herbert for 2 firsts and a second. There you go.
What?
No.
No.
And
I gave up AR
um,
and 2 firsts and some other stuff
For Burrow?
for Burrow.
Oh.
it was good too because
That
the arrow
sucks.
went down right away.
I probably would have done Dotson and the first for Nico.
You could send
late now,
a
though.
package with Taylor and Dotson for Nico and a
Is this another Ayuk?
I can afford Taylor.
Is this another Ayuk situation, Adrian, to where you're feeling Dotson might come alive next year or something? Because I would love that. I have a bunch of Dotson, and
Yeah, I mean, it's
this
just a
didn't
matter
work
of
out very well for me this year.
thing. This is dynasty, so he's good, but he's got McLaurin. So how much longer is McLaurin going to be
McLaurin's
around?
Yeah, but
26?
Dotson scored 4.3 points on 2 receptions, and Terry McLaurin scored nothing last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I mean,
Last week was bad.
It's a weird offense. Yeah,
it's
I mean,
so
it's
weird because
It is
Howell
weird.
has thrown the ball 500 times. His best receiver, Terry McLaurin, is wide receiver 29.
Oddly enough,
And
Does
Jahan
it take
Dotson is like
Samuel?
43.
Samuel and De'Ami Brown. Those are
Yeah.
his favorite targets.
Like,
And
so,
Logan
you know, Dotson only has 74 targets, which is like,
It's not great.
no, it's completely underused.
his
gonna-
dynasty value was pretty nice.
He's going to finish the year less
Offseason.
than 100 targets, and he should be. I don't know. He should be better than that.
Yeah. So those are the games next week. Good luck to
This
you
coming
guys.
week, yep.
That's going to be tough. Nick's got a good team. Nick's going to start.
Oh,
Josh
sorry.
Allen and
I
Yep.
moved on.
You got a good team. Nice work, Nick.
Jared Goff, Henry, Mexican. Holy shit!
Keep
was
that
amazing.
franchise owner activity in SF2. Oh,
Nico
dang it.
Cullen,
Me a
Nico.
second ago.
I have one pending offer out there, and I bet you can guess who it's to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bet I know.
You have
I-
one
I,
pending.
I have a
Pending trade to be accepted or rejected. He's still thinking on it.
Is it John?
no
Oh, and
Kyle.
SF2.
in JB, yes, it's John. We're in SF2 now.
Dude, you might as well just stick your head between the railing and the siding glass door and just ram it 30 times instead of trying to deal with John. John,
Anyway.
John, he loves me and he hates me because he treats me like garbage.
So in SF2, Jake gave away Chubb, Henry, and his
His
first, which is like the
10th.
no.
Or no, sorry. It'll be like the
The
6th.
seventh. Wait.
For what it's worth, I believe Nick is going to beat James in JB. Thanks. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 7.
Jake needed a miracle, and he wanted to start Travis Kelce instead of Demario Douglas, and he thought it was worth Nick Chubb in a first to get those extra 7 points this week, and he thought if he could win, then he could go into the playoffs. But he got very unlucky. He put up like 195 points and lost.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was really unfortunate for him. And he got a little unlucky there at the end, but I think he might have waited a little too long to deploy that first. I think Jason K might already be thinking that. But I mean, at least he's got Travis Kelce, so he's probably going to be looking to flip Kelce for something. And
Live podcast reaction on
NFL.
All right. Well, we'll get to it in just a second. Let's.
So I don't think the trade is bad.
No.
Jake just gave up the. I don't know. It's a little. I feel like it's a little late to try and make that kind of a push. I
traded.
And Kelce got him 12 points.
But I traded basically all my future picks for Hal and moving Burrow for Hurts to just hope to make the playoffs. I had to have Tyler lose.
Did you do it this week?
No, last week. But still, it all like it I wasn't guaranteed, and but I was putting myself in the best position I could to make sure that I could win, just to have that hope, because I still had to have Tyler lose. And
go ahead.
So 2 weeks ago I was still winning the division, and I think I actually lost that game, which is why it came down to this last week when I got to play Mr. Tanker right here, thankfully, and Tyler had to play some playoff team on the AFC. Oh, he had to play Ash. So, all right. Now we have.
Is that Ash? Is he the Tropics?
Yeah, Ash is the Tropics.
So
CJ traded Lamar Jackson and Kenneth Gainwell for T-Law and a late second.
Probably most people are saying. I actually have no idea.
He did, because I asked it. I don't, if I remember correctly, he didn't like doing this trade, but he needs the certainty of Lamar Jackson's availability.
Yeah.
And that's just what it came.
Disappointed.
That's what it came down to.
Is Trevor Lawrence artificial dynasty value?
No.
He's the real deal. He's the guy. He's a top 10 for lifer. He's a top
10 for now.
Top 7 for lifer.
Dynasty.
I'm not. Well, you also have to factor in salaries here because Lamar's 70.
We're about to have some quarterbacks come in next class too that are going to be top 12 right immediately.
Trevor Lawrence.
T-Law 73. Okay.
Yeah.
T-Law and Jackson are the same.
Yeah.
As far as production this year as well.
I think it's a fine trade.
I think it's pretty even.
As far as resale value, Lamar's tough. Lamar's a tough sell.
I don't like Lamar.
For like 4 years, nobody wants this guy.
I don't
Bro,
like Lamar. Like I just
Amazing.
He gets hurt. Yeah, he seems to get hurt in the playoffs a lot.
He did last year.
Brian says
No,
T
it's
Law's an
expensive.
expensive Dak.
Dak Prescott puts up fantasy numbers. He doesn't have to win football games. He puts up fantasy numbers,
Well,
and
Josh
that's what
Finally
matters.
started.
That's Josh
He
Allen.
finally
too.
started.
Yeah,
And that's
Josh
true.
Allen puts up huge
What-
numbers.
I don't care if they can't win in the like. I have Herbert. You all know how I
Yeah.
feel about Herbert. Or not Josh Allen. Philip Rivers 2.0. The dude puts up insane fantasy numbers, but he can't win in the NFL. And I don't care about that because I'm not
Yeah.
playing in
It's
the
cer-
NFL. I am playing a fantasy game
It should
based
not.
off those results.
It should not affect. I'm sure there's people out there, and I don't know. I doubt, probably not in this league, that are like, "Oh, Herbert can't win. Josh Allen throws a lot of interceptions. Avoid him."
Well, I think that's why people are down on
Those are crazy.
Dak is because he doesn't win, and
He
people want to hate on him, but he puts up great numbers.
he was.
He didn't start off.
pretty-
Yeah,
he
he
was
didn't
pretty
start off
below
that well.
average for the first 5 weeks, and the last 7 weeks he's been
But
like.
I'm not talking about just this year. I'm talking about like year after year after year. People like to be down on Dak.
It's a
Because
Cowboy thing too. It's a
Yeah.
system. They're run first. They love that, right? That's their smash mouth football.
Was Dak
just-
hurt last year?
He get hurt. He gets hurt. He gets hurt.
Dak had a lot of turnovers last year,
Oh, he missed.
and I think he was hurt some
He-
last
he
year.
did miss 5 games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's
And he's
change in the play calling too. this
Yeah,
year.
play calling is a big deal.
So we got
Lamb is going bonkers.
Rizzo playing Dave. That's going to be a fun matchup. I if off the top of my
That
head, I think
person-
Rizzo comes out of
That
this
person
game.
plays Renee no matter what, right?
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
I
because
did
of the
not
low
get the
seed.
1 seed.
right,
Thank
yeah.
God I did
Back
not get
at
the
the thumb
1
injury.
seed.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so we play each other, Mitch, the following
Oh.
week.
Yeah,
How cute.
can't wait.
I need
How's
Liam
your-
so badly to beat you.
I think you need Lamb to beat me as well, but I'll
No,
probably.
I
start
mean it's
super tough until
true.
they get
Like
points.
his team is here. Let's look at his team real fast.
Like,
Jordan Love and Brock Purdy.
I got railed so hard for that at the beginning of the year.
Which one?
Both of them.
I don't know why.
Everybody
Well,
was like, "Wow, you can't win this league if you're not paying $50 for both your quarterbacks." And I was
Zach
like,
magically has no bad takes ever.
I think
That's-
these are-
No, I like Purdy. No, that's not true. I've had Mac Jones.
What the fuck?
Mac
Everyone
Jones.
fucking called that.
I was up in the air on Love. That was one of those we haven't seen enough,
Yeah,
and
I-
everyone's kind of like, oh, it's this, kind of having the hype of the same.
Gonna be really
Aaron
good.
Rodgers following
This
Brett
thing.
Favre, on the bench for 3 years, thinking that whole thing's gonna repeat. But I was high on Purdy. I just wish I could have gotten him.
Yeah,
I
for how high you were, you didn't prioritize him anywhere
I have him in 32.
except for in 32. Just
But
kidding.
I mean,
I didn't realize
I
that.
can't draft him.
Oh, do you still have him in 32?
Yeah, $1, and I'll probably be starting him over Mahomes in the playoffs.
Oh wow! Oh my God!
All right, back to my team.
I never thought you'd
Yeah,
say that.
back to your stacked ass team.
Nobody ever talks about my teams being good, so I just got.
So, Purdy and Love.
I had your team super highly rated in JB. I have no idea what happened to it.
All right, here, hold on. Let's do this better. Starting lineups, so we can look at both teams side by side.
Oh, hey, that's fun.
Way to take away from me.
Oh wait,
Oh wait, no. we gotta
oh
go to week
no,
15.
because we're not in. That would be next week.
Oh,
Sorry.
wow.
That's me. So Purdy and Love versus Hurts and Hal. I'll take Purdy and Love. I
How's on
think.
bye? You said right.
Wait, how's
no,
on
No,
bye?
this is
That's
week
next
15. This is
Next week we
thank
play.
you.
We don't play the bye this week.
Gotcha.
So then he's got Barkley and Swift will be his.
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, are you starting three?
I'll probably be starting all 3. Maybe I might not start Barkley.
Fun.
And then Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman Jr., Mike Evans. That is absolutely solid.
Those are 3
then-
top 12 wide receivers.
Hawkinson and Kittle.
And I might
Where
CD
are-
might be in there soon too. Who knows?
If CD's in there, I'm just
Just don't even
congrats,
sell. I know.
Mitch, on making the Super Bowl.
If CD's in there, Zach is going to punt.
I'm gonna
Mike-
cry if CD's in there because
I
you know
agree. Pittman.
So I'm starting Mostert and Montgomery,
That's not bad.
but so that's the two. Then I'm starting AJ Brown, Olave, Rice, and Cooper,
No.
and Laporta and Fryermuth. I think that's.
You gotta start Laporta and Firemouth.
I think I have to.
I think
Okay,
you have to.
that is tough. That's tough. CD would
What are you
definitely.
7, Mitch? What are your 7 you're starting?
No, we start more than 7.
we start-
9.
Well,
start
not the
9.
quarterbacks and not the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not I have probably Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Mike Pittman, TJ Hawkinson, and then it's kind of a toss up for that last spot. It could
Yeah,
be George
that's
Kittle,
what
could be Cooper Cup, could be
Barkley.
Saquon.
Oh, because I had Kirk in here, so I can't
You
start
know what?
Kirk.
You know what that last spot's going to be between, right? You know who and Kittle. I mean, someone in Kittle, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Cooper Cup and Kittle or Saquon.
And you know that's going to be the way you lose, right? Is because you're
It
not
is.
going to start Kittle or you're going to start Kittle, and
Yep.
you're going to lose either way.
I don't know. How do you choose between Saquon, Cup, and Kittle? Like, how do you know which one
Well,
to pick?
Cup is just. I don't think you can go with Cup just
I
because.
don't want to, but he had a good week last week.
Did he?
Yeah,
He had a touchdown.
17 fantasy points.
He did, but 6 for 39 is
That's a lot of
He's-
targets. That means he's
a lot of
healthier.
targets.
He's a lot
You're right.
healthier. That's
You're
Michael
right.
Pittman making
Did Puka get hurt last week?
Yeah, I think
he
He
did
Puka
like
got
a
hurt.
couple
minor,
times.
minor AC sprain. So this match is 2 weeks out. So it's kind of like Puka might be out for 2 weeks, and then
wrong.
Cup is a must start. It is
No,
a whole
Puka's
lot.
not out.
I'm saying
I clicked on the Rams because we were talking about Cup.
could be because it's 2 weeks out. It's not this week.
Yeah. So week 15, and he plays the Commanders. Yeah, you're starting Cup.
Yeah, that's for sure.
A
Yeah.
healthy Cup versus the Commanders. You're starting him.
And he had
Oh my
8
gosh.
targets this week.
And you get Jacobs versus the Chargers. Oh man.
I have to have CD Lamb if I want a chance.
I would start kissing
Who
up
are
to
you
Jake
giving
big
up to
time.
get CD?
We're not talking about my proposed trade offer here. That's not on the table.
That is.
Well, I
that
can
is-
already tell you who you're trying to give up.
You can't. You don't have to talk about it.
You're trying to give up.
Hey, Jason, let's not.
No, I would.
Anybody with the brain could
Hey,
probably figure
I
it
would.
out.
I didn't listen. I'm not
Let's
smart enough.
let's just not talk about this
I'm not smart enough.
Zach doesn't
Unless-
want anybody to know what he's holding.
unless you're convincing Jake to take the trade. I don't want to talk about it
Okay.
because I don't
will
want you
just say
guys
this.
to
This is
inadvertently talk him out of anything that he's thinking of.
okay. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will just say I was just going to speculate. I didn't even
You can
remember. when
speculate
I
to
had
me
access to anything or.
Blah, 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 blah.
off stream. All right,
What
so
about AFC?
NDL or
We didn't
no?
even talk about
NFL.
AFC.
let's go to NFL real fast just to go over that trade.
Wait, Adrian, what'd you
Wait,
say?
wait,
I said, did you not even talk about the
we forgot about
AFC
the
side of the
AFC.
bracket or what?
We don't care.
You didn't.
Go to the AFC.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we have a newbie.
Oh.
A newbie to NDL, Brian Shart. Brian, hey, love you, buddy, but you got to change your last name. Something's wrong with. Let's tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But if it's Shart, come on, buddy. Let's at least mispronounce it to pronounce it differently.
Shat.
Matt, so Justin Fields, maybe Gardner Minshew, Derrick Henry, Montgomery, Kenneth Walker's out. That sucks. But another Keenan Allen, Tyreek, Amon-Ra.
Hey, did you notice something about all the leagues?
I see
Kansas
Tyreek.
City is in the playoffs in all the leagues.
Oh,
And the Raiders are pretty much not in the playoffs in any of the leagues.
you know what? We didn't even need to talk about that part. That was
they got lucky on one league.
which one? Oh my jeez.
You're
God
an
dang.
idiot.
I apologize. Fucking. All right, go to okay. Hey, listen, Brian Shart. Fuck Brian S. He's going up against
Just call him Brian.
Casey.
Yeah.
We got a couple Bryans was all. Herbert and Love. That's nice. CMC and Bijan.
Oh, very good.
Nuke.
He's scary.
Ooh,
He's been Bryant's team is scary. He's been scoring a lot of points all year long.
Allen Hill,
He has.
ASB.
Yeah, that's golly.
Now he has no tight end. He should be trying to get a tight end. And then the crazy thing is, like, what is he starting Mayfield and Minshew, or is he starting like what Fields are we going to get?
You're starting Fields.
Who does
I mean,
Fields play?
I feel like you have to, but
Who does he play?
the Lions.
Ooh.
So Mayfield, you're gonna go Mayfield against the Falcons.
Yes.
I mean, he
Division
put up
game.
28 last time against the Lions.
And then Baker, huh?
I mean, he's gonna have to do something if he wants to beat the Lions, because the Lions, they pretty much score. So,
Yeah.
That's his hope. You got to hope that
higher.
it's a shootout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
Huh.
want Justin Fields being in a shootout?
I think
If
Justin Fields
you
is
have
good.
DJ Moore, you do.
I guess, yeah.
What team do you think Justin Fields is going to play for next year? Because he's not going to be on the Bears.
I think he plays on the Bears.
So you think he's not going to beat out Drake May or?
I think he does.
or
I don't think they draft a quarterback.
Oh, pickle.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing my opinion out there.
I don't see how they don't. At the 101, at the first overall pick.
Fields
What
has not been-
if they
What if
like?
they don't need
What
him?
if they have faith in Fields and let's give him Marvin Harrison.
Let's give
I
Marvin
think
Harrison.
then they
So-
trade the pick. Sure,
So yeah, so we trade down. Someone wants to trade up for.
that's dangerous though. Because if you're
I think
going,
Harrison's a good.
I don't think
Good.
Fields has been bad enough this year
he's
to
not.
warrant.
You don't take him 101 though.
No, you trade. So what are the draft order right now?
I have no idea
I
actually.
don't either.
Because you don't trade with Houston. They have the 2 and the 3, right?
No,
Did you say no?
we don't have the 2 and the 3.
Boy, that would be.
I thought the
amazing.
Bears had
When
1 and
you guys
2.
traded your first.
We have Cleveland's.
Oh, is it the
pick.
Bears have the
No,
1 and a 2?
No, Arizona has the. Arizona, I think,
Mitch-
may have 2 and
Mitch is
something.
finding it.
Bears have 1 right now. Patriots have 2. Cardinals have
that's right.
3.
Yeah.
Washington has 4, and Bears have 5.
So that's where you
Patriots
trade with the
draft a quarterback.
Patriots. You drop down 1 spot, trade with the Patriots,
for-
unless they think they're going to get their quarterback at 2 and they don't move. Who is at 3?
Cardinals.
You know what you do?
Cardinals need
a receiver.
They need well, they do, but they also need a
Not that high though.
defensive tackle, an
Yeah.
edge, an IOL, whatever
Yeah,
that
they
is.
need a lot.
They need a lot.
Inside life. You're funny.
So
they
who's
need
at
an
4?
IOU.
You know what you do? You go to
Commanders.
the 102. You trade back 1. You go to the 103. If they don't want it, they already know who they got. You then go, oh, here we go. You go to the 104. Just keep trading back. You just don't take Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, not in the first few, right? Those are
think
going to be.
He could very easily be a top 3 pick. You don't. If you
Arizona won't be. Washington, that's scary for Howell.
Belichick. won't
no,
trade up
Howell's
1
Howell's
spot.
a starter in Washington next year.
That'd be cool.
100%. There's no way. If they move out from Howell, that is so bad.
They're not trading up to get, and they're not taking May and Williams won't fall to them at
And they need
4.
they need a
Well,
lot.
I mean, I think you're right. But if Chicago likes Fields and trades out of the top 5 or top 4,
I don't
Washington very well.
I don't think
could
they
be,
trade that far down.
because you. But I was saying if they believe in Fields,
If I was
So-
them, I'd trade with Arizona.
there's also
it's a
zero
story.
chance that Fields is a Bear next year, in my opinion.
0. Okay. 0
Alright.
chance.
There's no way.
So what kind of odds would you give me
Yeah,
on a bet?
I'm kind of interested on this.
I give you 5 to 1 odds.
5. So that's not a 0% chance.
I think that's
That's
I
a
think
20% chance.
I think that's saying.
Give
I
me
think
give me 1,000 to 1. if
you
it's
didn't think that was
0%
good?
chance.
5 to 1.
That's no, not when you say it's a 0% chance. That's not good
0%.
odds.
0%.
Well,
give me
I don't
1,000 to
really
1.
know how to gamble. I thought that was a lot.
Give me 1,000 to 1 if it's 0 chance.
1,000 to 1. Well, I mean,
I would either pay you $10 or you would pay me
10,000.
$1,000.
You said it's a 0% chance. You seem pretty confident.
I mean, I'm not stupid though. I like money.
So
Okay,
there's a
so-
non-zero.
So it's more than a 0% chance.
Not in my opinion. There's no way.
Give me 1,000 to 1.
Listen, Chicago going 101 has their chance at a legendary prospect in, maybe not legendary, but at least an elite prospect. That's not Fields. You deal Fields. Deal Fields.
okay, if they have Fields on draft day, they're not taking a quarterback.
Well, and that doesn't matter to me. I just don't think, why not? They're not in a hurry to deal Fields. They're not paying him, astronomical amount. There's nothing to lose by keeping him on the field and having them both practice for the starting job.
Because you
I don't
don't want
I
that.
agree.
You don't want to relegate him to a backup and then try and trade him.
Not
It's
No,
all
you,
hype.
you don't, you
It's
don't
all
want
hype
that
anyways.
controversy on the team.
I agree, but I also don't see, why they have to not have him on draft day. I just don't see it.
Because that then starts
I
the
understand the morale.
controversy talk.
I do understand the morale. I get it, but I just don't see you. I mean, would anyone start? In theory, I know we don't like the hype, Adrian, but in theory, if you can get and I'm serious, I agree with you. This is all hype. But I mean, Justin Fields, we've seen that he's a known product right now.
Known commodity, yeah.
Right. So do you pass on the opportunity at the 101 to take the best player in the class?
But Fields is not.
I don't
From a-
like
from a-
Fields. I'm
from
going to
a-
say this.
If you look at,
If I'm
And I like Fields.
I know you do. That's why you owe me $100.
I will give it to you, dude. I will feed your family for 2 nights with that $100.
from a
That's probably true.
fantasy,
Unless he goes to Taco Bell, then maybe 4 nights.
God
I
dang
don't
it.
know. From a
Well,
fantasy perspective, Fields is not killing it, but from an NFL perspective, it's not horrible.
It's pretty bad.
There's a lot. There's like
It hasn't been
10
great to his
other
value.
QBs. There's like 10 other QBs out there that are significantly worse that have starting jobs.
Yeah, but that's how not good he is. You just put him.
I
in
know.
the
I
top-
know. I
you
know.
just
I put him in
20.
the top 20, but a guy who, what is this, his second year? Really
Third
having
year.
his third
The
year?
thing
I
is,
don't know.
he's not running. He's not running as much as he was last year. That made him
Is that
special
right?
because his passing yards weren't special last year. It was his running.
And
Mm.
he's
kinda-
not. He's missed 4 games this year. He's a little injured. I just don't know that. I don't know. Maybe they do sell him. Maybe they sell
I'll
him
bet.
for like a
I'll bet.
third.
I'll bet
like a
everyone. Every single person.
If you change it to 10 to 1, I'll bet you. I'll bet with you.
Listen, I'll bet you $100. That's what I'll bet.
See,
I'll give you.
I want a 10 to
give
1
you
odds.
10 to 1 odds, $100. Whoever wants it. That Fields is
means
Fields is not going to be
betting-
the quarterback.
Yes,
I'll bet
10 to
you-
1. You're betting 10.
I'm
Or
betting.
you're
10.
betting. You're
and
betting
you're
10
betting
for
on-
his 100.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Good. Everyone, whoever wants it. I'll do as unlimited amount of people.
All right, I'll do it 4 times.
Honey, get in here.
And then once the other way.
Well, what's the other way? Just a hedge.
It's just smart business, right? These guys are business players. They're playing trading cards, just like we play trading cards. They're
But
playing
not
fantasy
pl-
game,
they're
except
not
they're
playing-
billionaires.
Fantasy.
So
So there's
I
21 other players that they need, or positions that they need to worry about.
think this game. Get it
They
back
are
on
absolutely-
subject.
They are absolutely putting their name on the quarterback, and then the rest will fall into place.
Getting back on subject.
That's their main goal in life.
Getting back on subject.
Hasn't worked for anybody.
Um.
James,
Does anyone know what that means? Because I feel like it's in.
he wants the 10 to 1 too.
10, yeah, the 10 to 1. He's
Um,
Okay.
So,
I'm not betting
man,
with James.
this game is. I
He
was
doesn't
gonna
have any money to pay me back. No way, Jamothy. I don't, and I'm not taking your money either.
So this.
I need you to keep that.
Oh wow! Even the projections. This is a pretty even matchup on the AFC side.
Oh yeah, tight. Tight. All right. Well, that's it.
I'm giving. I mean, and they're even by the projections, they're giving the edge to Pittsburgh. I just
yeah, because he's got Aaron Jones in the lineup still.
neither
Right.
neither of them have a tight end, but those wide receivers on Pittsburgh are just
Yeah.
so good. And he's solid at running back. He's just fine. He's got guys that are going to put up points.
It
Are
would
we
be
talking about Shard again?
it would be a shame if he
He's
lost
solid.
because didn't he have the most points in the entire league?
We can go look at that.
Most or second most. I know him and the Browns like dominated their division and their
That's me.
entire conference.
So he did have the most points, and
By-
second
by-
most,
He had the most points by 8.
and then he had the most potential points.
Yeah. Like so it would kind of
I had the most potential.
No. Yeah. Adrian.
Sorry, that's what.
Yeah.
But like it would just suck if he lost right away because that's obviously a really good team, but that's just is what it is.
That's how playoffs work.
Yeah.
Really good teams can lose.
Yep.
Before we forget.
All right, NFL. Let's go. Check out
Go
this.
to live. Become owner.
And then, we didn't do GA yet.
We're gonna go do GA, but we need to get this trade before we forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Mike Ramos trading Deebo Samuel, Sam Laporta, and a third to Casey for Garrett Wilson, Mark Andrews, and a second.
I know what I want.
Holy
Oh
moly.
gosh!
That's a tough one.
Like
Oh,
I think it's pretty,
I take Wilson Andrews in the second. I love Laporta, but I take Wilson Andrews in the second.
I need a stretch for this.
I'm taking Debo in the third with Laporta.
Oh my god.
All
But
right,
I think it's actually a pretty close trade.
Yeah.
all
I
right.
think it is
So that was
It feels very, very even.
I don't
Tampa
really.
Bay-
I don't see. What's the lean here? It's just what Buccaneers are in the playoffs.
New Orleans is the 7. So they're giving. Oh, that's not even their pick. They traded San Francisco.
Yeah.
So they traded the 3.6.
30th pick.
No, it's later than the 30th. It'd be the
Oh,
38th.
it's 16 team. Sorry.
38th pick. And Debo and Laporta for Wilson, Andrews, and
I
then
mean, obviously, the better side is Garrett Wilson and Mark Andrews if everyone's playing. For me,
Yeah.
You get the second. Laporta's.
I don't know.
you know,
I think
I
I
don't-
take Debo and Laporta.
Yeah, I think I take.
But I
Debo
think
side too.
I think it's really close.
If you're playing, if healthy and you want to win now,
well,
I don't know.
that's why he made the trade. I don't think he makes this trade
Right.
outside of the playoffs. He
Yeah.
made this
Right.
for the playoffs.
And that's why I say if everyone's healthy, it's quite easily Garrett Wilson and Mark Andrews. For me,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah,
There's no
like-
way. There's no way I would deal that.
This is the playoff premium
hell
that
yeah.
I expected Jason to have to pay that didn't.
Oh
I don't-
please.
What are we? Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle. Are they in the same tier?
No, Garrett Wilson is way higher than Waddle.
Okay. Why?
You'll
Because-
see when he starts playing.
Well,
the only reason you don't
Once
think
he
so-
gets a QB, he's going to be.
you're looking
really
at
good.
ranking. Yeah, the rankings.
Oh, I'm not. I don't have
rankings are
rankings up
different.
at all. Sorry.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that you're looking at production versus what Jason's talking about as rankings, right? Because
No, I'm.
production hasn't been.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
this is not impacting his dynasty status at all.
No.
He's
Well, not-
unchanged.
Not now, but next year could the rankings could
He has
come up.
If he doesn't
Garrett
have-
Wilson has 50 more 44 to be exact, I think.
this year's
Wow.
production, I mean, it's
50 more targets than Waddle.
Who?
Garrett Wilson.
He has
Yeah, we're not
50 more
talking about
targets than Waddle.
50 more targets right this year than
I
Waddle.
wonder how many of
That's
those are?
impressive.
How many of those are actually catchable?
I don't know. He's only got 67, half,
So he's
almost,
like
barely
50%
above
rate.
50% reception rate.
I think most people would say that's probably the QB.
Oh, it is.
Like,
Oh,
there's
for
nobody-
sure.
nobody's
But I
out
mean,
there
he's
saying
getting
bad.
targeted. They use him. I would rather have Wilson than Waddle because he's going to get used. And
Well, yeah.
if Tyreek wasn't there,
I-
I think this would be a lot closer.
So with Waddle,
Well, but
like,
that
to
doesn't
me,
matter, right?
to me,
Yeah,
like
we're not
Waddle
talking
finishing
about-
as wide receiver 8 last year.
Who?
Waddle, wide receiver 8 last year. You got Garrett Wilson as like wide receiver 4 to have him way higher than Waddle.
Yes.
I feel like
You'll
He is
see.
higher than Waddle.
He's significantly higher than Waddle because he's also the number 1 on his team, right? I mean,
Right.
that's huge. That's
He's the
even
potential
their
first option.
redraft. Garrett Wilson was going, 112, 114, and then Waddle was going
way
beginning
later.
of the third.
Yeah. I'm just throwing a question out there. Like these guys are not Garrett Wilson. If Garrett Wilson was a wide receiver 8 right now, people
Mhm.
would be like going crazy. Yeah.
It would be a disappointment if he had Aaron Rodgers. If he was the wide receiver 8, we'd be disappointed, and it'd be like on par.
Really?
Right? You're not getting any value for it. He could be the wide receiver 8 in redraft, but if he's the wide receiver 8, we're not getting any value. So
Really?
we can be much more in line with expectations.
So you got Garrett Wilson in the same tier as JJ?
No, JJ and Chase are
Amon-Ra.
in
Chase.
in
I would
their
have him
own
close
tier.
to Amon-Ra and Amon-Ra. I think is below, right? A step below.
Just below.
Not a step, but like a
Like
position
a
below.
slot below, not a tier below.
Like
Okay,
6, 7.
interesting.
No.
Amon-Ra is ranked ahead of Garrett Wilson.
But they're in the same tier.
They're in the same tier, I'd say.
That's tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And we got Waddle in like tier 4,
3-ish, 3, probably 3.
3, 4,
I
5.
have
I'd have to pull up my rank.
Yeah, I'm just
So,
curious as
tier
well. I
4.
don't have a particular agenda. I'm just curious. It seems like Waddle finishing as wide receiver 8, maybe we're treating that as an outlier and not actual potential. Because if he's a wide receiver 8, that would put him pretty firmly in tier 2.
But Waddle's not even in this trade. I mean, why are we talking? I don't know.
Because I'm talking about
You're just thinking.
I'm just thinking about players we've talked about and
Gotcha.
where we talked about Waddle and his value is kind of low right now because it's of a down year, but Garrett Wilson is not affected by that.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it was
I'm just curious why that is.
Yeah.
And
Wa-
I think
Waddle
the biggest
has-
point is that
Waddle has Hill.
yeah,
That's the main.
I
thing.
think so. Here's what happened. Waddle has had no hiccups, right? His quarterback has been consistent, and Waddle's been on the field, and we're seeing what Waddle's doing. Garrett Wilson has had his quarterbacks, and he's way out of whatever Waddle is. What did we say? Waddle was wide receiver 28 or whatever,
something
and he's
like
not even doing that well. But there's circumstances that are causing that, not him and his play on the field. Yeah. So his
Quarterback play has been terrible. So bad.
yeah.
it has been bad. All right, we can
So
drop
yes,
that.
that is a whopper of a trade. I think that's a really fun deal for both sides.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
That's probably one of the funnest deals I've seen. And it's even just wide receiver, tight end, and then
I don't know. This one right here is pretty fun.
which one is it?
Yeah.
Well, get it
Jordan
up.
Love and Jack
Uh,
Stoll, whoever the hell that is, for Hendon Hooker, Pat Fryermuth, and a third.
What a
dude,
steal.
have you not heard that Hendon Hooker is the second? I mean, he's next in line to take over the Lions' job. Listen, I'll tell you what. He wanted to sell. I said, hey, I got Fryermuth. And he said, I like Fryermuth. I said, oh, well, you got Hawkinson. He was like, yeah, but I want pieces. And I thought, okay. So I sent Aiden O'Connell or Ritter and Fryermuth for Love.
Mitch,
Thank
you
you,
really
Lily.
need to
Yes.
rethink this.
Something
My
like that.
offer for Love.
No.
I can't do it.
You're trying to get Love?
After I sent him basically this
Oh.
trade.
in
yeah.
SF2.
So
Yeah.
I sent him just Love. I wasn't getting anything else. I sent him those two players and I threw Mac Jones on there for a little more value.
I had to think about it. I almost asked some people what they thought, but
Almost asked.
end of the day,
Yeah.
I had to Couldn't accept that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
we got that
understand.
stupid trade.
TJ
We had
That
Adrian
was nothing. Yeah.
giving up a 2/3
Two-thirds.
for Demario Douglas with
Yeah,
Tom.
that was a great get. I like
And
that.
this one,
I like that.
this one blew my mind.
This one blows my mind as well.
Rizzo traded Hawkinson for Rashee Rice.
Is Rice really
Like
good?
Rice is, I think Rice is legit, but I don't think Rice
Is
is
Hawkinson, maybe?
Hawkinson level.
Right.
He doesn't have that archetype that he needs to be that legit guy.
Well, I
You
think
don't
it's
think so?
so-
Right?
That's just for Kyle.
Oh,
oh, he had to throw an archetype. Remember in our little pre-meeting, like Rice
That
can
was a
be
fun
that guy.
trade.
I think he just needs a little bit more development because Rice is actually outperforming Tyreek Hill's rookie year.
wow.
That's an interesting. That's another interesting thing.
Hawkinson's going to be more consistent, I think.
Rashee Rice, oh yes, Rashee Rice is the first Chiefs wide receiver to have a 100-yard game since Dwayne Bowe for rookie.
Oh, I was like, I don't think
Yeah,
that's.
Rookie. I
Rookie.
forgot to say rookie. I was thinking it in my head. Rookie wide receivers
Interesting.
since Dwayne Bowe.
I don't even know who that is. So, but give me TJ Hawkins in there.
Yeah, like I'm a Rice guy. I would not have traded Hawk for Rice.
I agree.
Oh,
It's a speculative buy. Those are fun little boom bust trades that
But you should have been able to get more.
I think you could have got more for Hawkins in there, but maybe
pick.
Like Rice in a second.
who
yeah.
made the offer?
Rizzo straight. I mean, we don't know why the talks behind the. They could have been talking before
Yeah.
everything was sent, but
The offer.
based on what we see, Rizzo offered Hawk straight up for Rice.
Well, good one. Got us
And we got Earl trading Calvin Austin, the Bears first, which
Oh man.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
5th or 6th.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's a 105.
Ooh,
so 105
For-
for Brian
so-
Robinson
so-
and Traylon Burks.
so 105 for Brian Robinson.
Is
Unless,
that-
I don't know.
Basic.
Unless a lot of people got a lot of think Burks is going to play next year.
I'd rather have Calvin Austin than Burks.
Really?
Ca-
Come
like-
on.
Calvin Austin at least plays.
So does Burks when he's healthy.
He's missed.
That's the whole thing. When he's
9
healthy,
games?
he's never
9
been
games?
healthy his entire career.
He's missed a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
he's
games.
I would rather take the flyer on Austin, who's going to be available and going to be out there and learning, than somebody that isn't.
I think
So if you
Traylon
own-
Burks, he just needs Malik Willis to step in at quarterback, and he will.
So if you own Burks, you would.
I don't own Burks, and I won't own Burks.
I know, but if you had him on your team right now, you'd say, "Hey, I'll take Austin. I'll give you Burks." You would trade him away for Austin.
Rank
Yeah.
these 3 wide receivers.
How much longer do you
Austin-
think Hopkins is going to play?
Two
I don't
more
care. Burks is.
I don't.
I don't think Burks is ever going to
2
be
more years?
anything. He's one of those guys that we all hyped up because he, on paper, on film, he has some talent, but he's not NFL.
It's too
I'm
bad.
gonna take that chance though, if
so
I can
what-
get him cheap.
Yeah, I'm
105.
taking Burks easily.
Yeah.
You want the Burks side of this trade?
No, no, I want my 105. I want the 105 back.
I'd say
Why would you
Yes.
not want Brian Robinson?
He's not sexy.
You know what I could do with the 105?
I would rather have the
Look at
105.
numbers.
I'd rather
because-
just do liquid.
he's not sexy. He
No.
is putting up monster numbers. He's just
But
Yeah.
but he's not when you think stud running backs, you don't think Brian Robinson doesn't even come close to what you're thinking.
And I like Robinson fine enough.
But
And
the
he
one
could
in
do-
this league is the 1.5. That raises some appendages.
And hey,
Brian Robinson's the running back. It's not like
if Brian Robinson outproduced whoever the 105 would be, I mean, would we be surprised at this point after the bust that we've seen?
and
But I know, but you could take that 105 and turn that into 4 or 5 assets if you keep trading it around. And for Earl's team, he needs 4 or 5 assets. He could.
If
he
you
could
need
do
if you
that.
need a running back, you do the deal because I
He
don't
doesn't
think
need a
the
running
running
back.
back.
He's not even competing.
No, but you can. We're at the end of the season. If you're not competing, you're playing for next year, right?
So you would trade the
I would
105
rather have the 1-5.
Hold on. You'd trade the 105 for Brian Robinson?
If I needed a running back for next year, yeah.
He has Bijan. No, sorry. That's
Why would
I always do that. I look at Brian Robinson and I see Bijan.
I'm
You're
not.
not going to get it. You're not going to get a running back at the 105 that's going to be worth.
So
worth
Why
anything.
do you say that? I got Alvin Kamara at the fucking 14th
Okay.
pick.
Whoa.
draft,
Everybody needs to
next
calm
year's draft.
down.
You're not going to get a running back at the one. Adrian is right. You're not getting running back at the 105. Probably, right? Not in this class, not projected. You're right. They're not even looking at running back for the top like 11, 12 picks.
I don't think a running back goes in the first round.
That's what everyone's saying. But still, it's not about that. It's about you taking that liquid currency
Earl has
and
Rashi right
turning
there.
it into whatever you want.
And then you draft a receiver, and then you trade him for Brian Robinson.
No, you
you don't have to draft. You
don't have to draft it. You could trade it for Alvin Kamara, Barkley.
I would take Robinson over Kamara.
Well, I'm just saying anyone. I was just listening. I don't know why I thought it was 3 years ago, but it's just, anyone, right? You could turn that into anything. You could turn that into
not just the 105.
I would trade you 4 seconds for the 105.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't like when I know I have these higher picks, unless I'm getting a straight up stud. I would rather hold that pick until draft day.
There's no
Shut up,
way.
I agree with that. I agree with what Zach said.
There's no way you trade the 105, your own 105, for Brian Robinson today while you're not competing for 10 months.
No, I hold it to the draft day
if you
and see who falls and see if someone wants to move up.
It's still not bad.
There's 40,000 angles that you can have that are better than in December while you're not competing, spending the 105. What is happening in this world? No one's doing that. Earl does it. Earl, you're a madman, and I pray that Brian Robinson turns into Alvin Kamara.
I think we need to. There was a little bit of hype about Brian Robinson a couple weeks ago because he was in the top 5 for running backs. If you look at average, actually, I think he's not. If you look at average points a game, he's running back 20. He's running back 8 right now, but he hasn't had his bye yet. So he's going to be on bye this week, and he's going to be running back 14, 18 after the week is over. This is not for me. I'm not trading the 105, and we all agree holding that kind of a pick until draft day is probably better. I would rather have the 105 in this situation. Brian Robinson is
Grumpy Pants just wants to argue with everything.
It's hard to be the voice of reason when it comes to
you don't have to be the voice of reason. Sometimes it's just smart to say, yeah, I'd keep that motherfucking 105 too, because you would. I know how you trade. You're not,
I don't have my first, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
You can't tank when you don't own your first.
Yeah,
so Adrian will never own his first.
Because I traded my first and 32 to Jason because I was convinced that it was going to be a terrible pick. I know you did. You tried. And then like halfway through the season, I was like, oh, I'm not making it. But it was like, I still need to try and put up points because I don't have my own first. And that just is so annoying. And then I'm promoting people from Taxi just to get points so that my pick doesn't become like the 3rd pick. And I don't even have it.
You promoted people from Taxi when you didn't need to make your pick that I own worse.
I promoted Kyron and Tank Dell. And then I ended up trading Kyron, but
Tank
Dell kept not when I promoted Kyron, I wasn't. And Tank Dell kept that pick from becoming a top 3 pick. Tank Dell and Kyron did. Yeah, I did.
Tank Dell was going to have to be promoted anyway, so might as well.
Exactly. Is he going to be a holdout?
Yeah, but still, those are.
He would have been a top 30 wide receiver. So.
Oh no, he won't be a holdout. Thank goodness.
No, but he would have been a top 30 wide receiver, so he would have been forced promoted.
That's right. I knew that.
I read. Which is why Nico is on the block.
Where is?
But Nico's not on Taxi.
Tank Dell.
Dell is.
had put up 2 games this year with 0 points, still wide receiver 19. Go get him.
Say it again.
He had 2 games this year with no points. Tank Dell did. Still wide receiver 19.
God dang it.
Boy, but starting him those 2 weeks would have really sucked.
Oh yeah.
I have to, it kills me.
I know what that's like with Gabe Davis.
I hate Gabe Davis. He's gonna be so good now because I said that.
Oh, I gave up 2 seconds for. I'm pretty sure it was 2 seconds for Gabe Davis.
All right. So for the record, I don't like that trade. So we
There
can
you
move
go.
on to
Moving
whatever.
on. I like it.
After beginning the conversation with yes,
He said moving on.
All right.
105 for Brian. I'm never gonna let you forget that.
Kyron Williams for Kenneth
I do like Brian
Walker.
Robinson though.
For the 105.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Kyron Williams for Kenneth Walker.
Whatever.
Uh,
Who knows? I just saw
I don't know.
Kyron Williams get purchased for JT. I don't know what to think. Kyron, I was so wrong about him. I have no idea what to think.
I can't believe Renee just gave him up.
sold her
I
guy.
can't believe that either.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what to think.
Renee confuses me because she'll go and overpay for her player, like on her favorite teams, and then she goes and does like trades them like this.
In a full PPR league, she trades one of the biggest studs in Dynasty right now. I mean, in fantasy right now, for one of the most injury-riddled, non-pass catching running back with Charbonnet in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Hang on a second. I'm pulling something up.
What is
She must know something.
I wish I would have reached out about Kyron Williams.
What league
the
is
only
it?
thing she said was she doesn't have a share of Walker. Who cares,
I have 0 shares of Walker.
right? And no one cares about that either. No one cares about having someone or not. Just win. That's it. Just get better. How do you get better? By getting Williams for Kyron or Walker for Kyron? I don't.
So she. Oh yeah. She
She's
gave
going
up.
rogue this year.
She gave up 2 playoff firsts and a 2025 first for Puka and Kyron, and then flipped Kyron for Kenneth Walker. So 3 firsts for Kenneth Walker and Puka is what she's done with that. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Still, I like, but you. No, because you just took an asset that you could have sold for more.
Way more.
Possibly.
Why wouldn't you go get a wide receiver or someone to build with? You're going to go get another depreciating asset.
I thought.
What are you
I thought
valuing
she was-
Walker at?
I thought she was
Pretty highly.
Williams.
I mean, he's.
Like a
I
first?
still really like him. Where do I have him?
At first?
Yeah.
He's running back 19 on average points per game this year.
All this, and I like Walker. I like him just fine.
Where do you think?
I like-
Where do you think Kyron is? Average points a game.
Very, very, very high.
3.
Yeah.
2,
Three.
1,
3
3.
behind CMC
What-
and HN.
When you have a receiving running back in a PPR, if this wasn't PPR, this trade's a lot closer. But it's PPR.
But it's Kyron either way, I think, for all of us, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
100%.
thought Renee said Kyron was like the guy moving forward and the one of the only
I
because
think he
McVay
is.
loves him.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, this
surprised-
was
I'm
what
surprised.
blew my mind is her love for Kyron. I didn't even try. Like I thought about it. I looked at her roster like, I wonder if I could get Kyron. No, she loves him too much. It's going to cost way too much. I'm not going to be able to pay what she wants.
It's actually
And I don't even believe this is for a next year thing or a dynasty or ranking or anything. But if you're not making it, you take an asset that is sure to depreciate in both of them, and you go get a nice receiver like Tank Dell. You go try. I have to sell Tank Dell in GA, and I'm pissed about it.
Are you AFC?
I'm
No,
in
he's
the
in
NFC.
AFC.
All right, hit me up.
So why wouldn't you go to the Tank Dell owner who's probably in the playoffs and go try to get Tank Dell? Why wouldn't you do that? Or Nico or Puka? Or
She already has Puka, but
you get it though.
and then we have a.
Or London or
She doesn't like London.
or Addison, Devonta Smith.
She had her chance to get London.
I'd rather have Kyron.
She doesn't like him.
I would have taken London. I would have traded Kyron. I swear to God, I would have given you $100 too. I would have taken London for Kyron in a heartbeat. And I don't. And he might be good next year, and he's been very good. But I'm not going to build like
Kyron.
Walker.
And then we have a trade that doesn't matter. Likely for Hyatt, Conklin, and a third.
I guess I'd just rather not trade.
Wait.
You're way behind, Jason, on that.
Sorry. Okay.
And then let's look at.
All right, Mike. Yes, we liked your trade. I think he got Hawkinson in that deal.
Oh.
I go up against Braxton.
I need James to beat Tony this week. It's not going to happen.
Adrian, what do you see?
No, James isn't beating Tony.
I know. I want.
And I've also this is another league where I've got the lower seeds both winning.
We'll let them talk about AFC since we don't know AFC, or at least I don't know the AFC.
I don't know the AFC either.
Yeah.
Well, I look in the NFC. Jay,
Zach, Zach, you said both.
I've got Tony and Ryan both winning.
Oh, Tony and Ryan.
I think this is the game that's a little bit closer.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying Renee's colluding. Don't start.
No one said that.
Right. But
the only person
Ryan just happens to take Kyron Williams into the playoffs and unloads Walker. Well done. Thank God you have Kyron Williams for your playoff run, but we only start one. You got Renee on a sweet afternoon.
Who's going to start Joe Mixon and Kyron?
Well, but you only have to start one. He's starting two.
Blue.
Oh. What is going on in that? Oh, I didn't see Amon-Ra. I was like, that's a terrible wide receiver room.
No. Amon-Ra,
Waddle.
St. Brown and Waddle.
I tried to get Amon-Ra from Casey today. He laughed at me.
What people don't understand is running backs score a lot of points in GA.
They score a lot of points in all of that's why Kyle's take on running backs, he basically says they're not important in my leagues.
They are.
Well, everything.
If you look at all important, like most of the playoff teams, they all have at least one really good running back.
Well, I mean, that's you're not gonna make the playoffs if you don't have a player at every position. But in PPR, the drop off at running backs is more real than any other position.
I was just telling Casey, they are the worst asset to invest in, and they're some of the biggest league winners, right? You get the right couple running backs on accident.
I think I kind of like that take.
Yeah.
But you still need them. You shouldn't.
Yeah, you do.
You say, well, running backs aren't important, and not be willing to trade for a JT when he's hurt and you're not in the playoffs. Like,
put me in the same division as Kyle from now on.
Yeah, and I don't think he's saying that they don't matter ever. I'm thinking he's just saying as far as an investment.
They don't have the longevity as a receiver.
What's that?
They don't have
the longevity.
Yeah.
But they're still important.
They're very important. And if you got the right one, you're probably I said this in like week 4 or 5. Whoever's got CMC is probably going to win the title. It's just how it's shaping up. And then you look at
you still have to have, you can't just have just CMC.
I understand, but no, in our leagues, you're not investing. You don't own CMC unless you got a great team because you're unloading him quick. So if you got CMC,
you would think, but
he's got 80
not you would think. I mean, it's just no one's keeping CMC on their team if they're not winning games. And you would think. I will defer to you. Yes, in theory,
I mean,
if you're a good player.
Last year, and I can only speak about Jeremy because that's the one situation that comes to mind is he wasn't making the playoffs. He wasn't it took me 5 weeks of talking to him.
This is Jeremy though.
I'm just saying.
It takes me 5 weeks to get a hold of him.
Yeah, Jeremy's tough, bro.
But there are people that will hold wide receivers when they shouldn't, or sorry, running backs when they shouldn't.
It is CMC, so I do get it. And you don't want to be the guy that sells like too early or too low. But I'm holding on to CMC in 2 leagues, and they're both in the $80, and it's tough building a roster around him. But he's been too good.
So yeah, so I got both the underdogs here winning.
and then I go against Braxton, and then Justin goes against Bill. I sure wish I could have played Bill. That would have been cute.
Yeah, I think
No.
Justin wins.
Well, you should have done better.
Tell me about it, bro. Look at Nick. Nick, he beat me by 2 games. He was great this year,
No,
dude.
but you could have gotten you should have done better to at least get the 5 seed.
Oh,
I'm
trust
saying.
me, you're right. I've been starting Gardner Minshew. I've been
Wow.
starting.
Can you pull up the matchups?
Yeah, because that is this week. So let's go to
How many Super Bowl champs are we going to see with Gardner Minshew?
I'm telling you, Beathard, someone's
Well,
gonna.
that's what I was saying earlier. I think yesterday or earlier today. It's crazy with all these injuries. There's going to be someone that's winning a league with one of these backup quarterbacks.
What's the Bengals guy? Browning? We're going to see somebody that's got Browning and Minshew and
yeah.
QB and win their league.
Because the other teams aren't giving up quarterbacks to them, and so they're not willing to give up their other pieces that are going to help them win.
I offered Tank Dell and Downs for Amon-Ra, and
You've got
no
Jay losing to Braxton.
I haven't
Yeah.
picked this.
Yeah,
No.
we haven't picked this yet.
Oh, whoops! Sorry, I thought we picked it. My bad.
No, I was
No.
talking about AFC side. I've got the 6 and the 5 seed, both winning.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll be a tough match for me. He's got Lamb and Chase.
he's got
That's-
Davis too, so that's probably 0
yeah.
or
And his
50.
or 50. Yeah.
and his running backs aren't as strong because he lost JT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ETN's still pretty, but
But
Keaton
ETN is,
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh, Braxton needs to make a move.
Oh, you've
I
got
don't know. I don't.
Well,
you've got
he's
Gibbs
trying.
and McCaffrey and
You
AJ
trade
Brown.
you trade
Okay.
JT.
Jay, you got a nice looking team there with Dell and
Yeah, I wanted Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra and Downs. I thought he would take that. Amon-Ra and Downs for Amon-Ra.
Dell
Sorry,
and Downs.
Tank Dell and Downs for Amon-Ra. I thought he.
Nope, no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's not even close to what you were looking for in 32.
Yeah, that's exactly. This is what I was saying earlier. Like, you want to get a guy from Jay, and he wants to rape you.
You wanted
But when he
Tank
wants the same guy, he's giving you what you're offering essentially.
if I offered you Take Dell and Josh Downs, I offered you Take Dell in London for ASB. You're like, I really need another pick on there because it's just not a good trade.
Honestly, if someone offered me Tank Dell and Downs for Amon-Ra, I might take that.
I wouldn't do it.
Hang on. Let me get it to 32.
How would you do that?
I'm sending you a
Let me see
trade.
how you would do that.
Well, I own Downs. You don't see how I would do it?
I get a Downs
Yeah.
comp.
Because you won't give up Garrett Wilson for.
Yeah, you wouldn't give up Garrett Wilson for that.
He really wouldn't do this. Like, he offers these things that he wouldn't actually take.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Like, I've had enough conversations with you about different wide receivers to know that you're full of shit. You saying that you would take that?
It's close though.
No,
It's
it's not.
close.
You would come back and say, I need picks.
Tank Dell and Downs for.
Or you would say, I need a Garrett Wilson type player. Like, I don't know how many times I need
Yeah,
a Garrett Wilson
You'd
type
be
player.
like, if I'm gonna get rid of ASB, I need like a tier down and a mid first. And so I'm looking for
telling you,
I'm
bro,
looking for Brandon Ayuk and the
You
101.
No. But he talks about he'll use Garrett Wilson as his example.
I'm sure
Every
you
time
wanted-
I need a Garrett Wilson type talent.
I would like to make a lateral move
That's
where
fine.
I win
Yeah,
a lot.
that's a good yes. Yes.
I think we're all suspect to that, but it's really funny that you brought up I sent Downs and Dell, and I can't believe you didn't take that.
That you can't believe you're teasing me for saying that?
Yes,
because
because
that's
you
a
were
good-
asking,
wouldn't have
you were
taken
asking
it.
for way
That's
more
a-
in 32.
That's a good point.
It's just a
But
funny, but we all do that. I know I do.
But it
that.
is, but I mean, people are commonly saying that they see Tank Dell as a Amon-Ra type. So, with salaries considered, right, you would think for a third of the price of Amon-Ra, adding Downs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the math.
Yeah.
Now, it's roster dependent. I do understand, but I would have thought it was pretty close. If it's not an accept, it's pretty close. It made him think, but that was it. They gladly declined.
I don't like trading away top 5 wide receivers.
Oh, you just screwed both of us in SF2. So thank you.
No, I mean but they happen. I don't personally like trading them away.
I agree, but still, you want to parlay that into profit if you can, but
Well,
maybe
yeah.
that's not
So
profit.
if I'm getting profit and tearing down and getting depth and getting solid at another position, that's something that I'm looking to do if I'm going to trade one of these guys.
But going from Amon Ra at $30 to Tank Dell at
Dude, there's no way
$9,
you can make this sound like a good trade.
It doesn't matter. We got more history on Amon Ra. We got 2 years of Amon Ra.
I love
year on
Tank
Dell.
Dell. I love him
Yeah.
and I want him.
Adrian wanted me to blow him for his Tank Dell, and now he's like, listen, we don't have enough history on Tank Dell.
Well, we don't.
Your dick's still
Doesn't
in
mean
my
I
mouth,
don't.
and
Doesn't mean I
you're
don't
not
want him.
selling it anymore.
Doesn't mean I don't want him. I'm not going to give up ASB for him though. And Downs,
Well,
who's still
I
got
guess-
Pittman in front of him.
I guess you guys don't like Downs as much.
I like Downs.
He's
I was
good,
trying to
but
get
he's
him in
not-
more leagues. I only
It's
have
not
him in one.
It's not that we don't like these players. I think sometimes when we talk
Right.
about trades, we get like, oh,
I just
well,
don't
then
think
you
the
must not
value
like.
is
It's
there.
like no, we talked about Jordan Addison last week.
Yeah,
I like
I-
Jordan Addison. I want him. I want him in all the
We're gonna-
leagues, but he's not uber duper valuable just because I want him.
I think we're going to be looking at this differently next December on
Yes.
how we value Downs. I think
always-
we know how
always.
we're going to value Tank Dell, but I think
He's not going to surpass Pittman though.
Downs.
Yeah.
You don't need him to. You
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I don't think you need him
Oh,
to.
man, even
They're
I don't
different
know.
receivers.
Yeah, but then you got to start 2 of those receivers that
no,
may
he's
give
your
you-
Downs is a great flex
he's like
type
Waddle.
He
of player.
has been. Yeah.
No, like he's the guy. He's a wide receiver 2 on the team that can put up big numbers and to be consistent. He's a good flex position.
It really, really depends on how AR evolves as a QB. If he's going to be really, because even in the first few weeks we had with AR, he targeted Pittman more than everybody. And so then he finally gets a full off season where he's healthy and he can work with everybody. It's just, and it's hard to say where we're going to be with Downs in a year because his entire situation is going to completely go upside down.
So
from what
you
it
would
is
take
right
that
now.
deal, Zach?
No,
Okay.
no.
Everyone
I'm
hates
saying I like Downs.
it. You guys hate it.
We could say we don't like the deal, but we like Downs, but we would never make that deal.
I know. I'm just trying to. I think what I have to do is try to win this week, and then
I
pillage
like-
someone else's roster. For
I like
Tank Dell.
your odds for this week. I mean, you've got Downs.
Yeah, I'm very nervous about what Braxton is going to acquire because I
Oh,
tell
he's
you right
trying.
now, he's
I guarantee.
he's
yeah.
shopping big time,
He's visited
aggressively.
me a couple times.
I'm nervous about you in NFL because this is the year I got to do it because I'm tearing it down next year.
Are you shopping for something in GA, Jay?
Yeah, I have to. I have to sell Tank Dell.
And you sell
I don't
Dell
want
down.
Tank Dell on my roster. I want a producer. I need to sell him.
Why don't you go for like a
I think I have to wait till someone falls out this week
Jalen Waddle?
and just hope I win. I need more. I need a bigger player pool. I've already seen the teams, and
Why don't you see if Braxton
someone
will
on
trade?
Braxton's team.
Braxton will trade CD Lamb for Dell Downs.
What a dick. He's not selling Lamb or Chase. Trust that. Who else
Well,
is he? have?
obviously,
All right, we're at 2 hours. Is there?
we still haven't even gotten to your question yet.
So we got Justin and Bill, right?
Yeah.
It's actually closer on the score than what I thought. It would
I
be,
don't
but think-
really. I know I
think
mentioned it
Justin-
earlier, but these projections are so.
Yeah.
They
Does
are pretty
anyone have
wonky
control
sometimes.
over ending the podcast,
What?
ending the show,
What do you
or
say?
just me? Do
What
you
did
guys
you
have
say?
control over ending the stream?
No, just you.
Just you.
You guys got 2 minutes.
Yeah. I gotta
That's
get
all we need, baby.
Yeah.
I don't even need that. I would take the Commanders here over the Packers.
Bill probably is in surgery right now, so he probably doesn't even know he's in the playoffs.
It's not. It's
Bill kills me.
It's not that far off, except for the tight end position for Bill
What's crazy to me, to the point about
and Dobbs.
MFL projections, is they will project a guy for like 20 points
For that, Michael.
who hasn't scored 20 points all year. And they're like, yep, projection's 20.5 points. And I'm always like, how? How is that?
Yeah,
any sense
they're
at
so,
all?
and then you'll have guys that are producing way higher, and then
25
like,
points a game, and they're like, he's going to get 13.
yeah,
In what world?
yeah,
They are pretty funny sometimes, I
these
think.
projections are so bad.
See, Mitch said, I see Tank Dell's and I'm a raw type. Let Mitch kid. He's a smart kid, dude.
I know, you said people were talking about it like,
You're trolling me. All right, guys. Hey, that was a fun episode. Thank you very much.
couldn't have done it without Zach. Just want to say. Episode would have been 90% shorter without Zach.
That is not true. It's Jay. Jay's the one. We
Very
take Jay out and
huge.
we bullshit for like 30 minutes and we're still done in an hour and
We
a
were
half.
talking about ice cream for like 45 minutes there, I think.
Love ice cream. All right, guys. Hey, much love to you guys. We'll see you in Discord.